Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link, it'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay live.
Hey, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.
Let's go, AAA family. What's good? Good morning, y'all.
I am so sorry for starting so late this morning. Yeah. I am so sorry, chat. Don't laugh too loud. Don't laugh too loud. I have not had a full night's rest. I have been up and the creative juices were flowing. As you all can see, man, I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. If you're here post live and you're not in the live audience, fast forward to the 15-minute mark. If you don't want to see all the intros, you don't want to see all the roll calls and all this stuff, we're going to take our time and then welcome in our live viewing audience. Once again, shout out to the live viewing audience, man. Let me do one more thing before we get all the way into this thing and just go crazy. Open this phone line because we are a little bit over 24 hours away from kickoff for Alabama's first playoff games post Nick Saban. This is, y'all, let's think about this. Like, this is the first game, playoff game for the Alabama Crimson Tide since Coach Saban has retired. And yeah, it's only been a year, chat. So for all you Fairweather fans that keep crying and talking about something, we need Saban back. We only been without him for a year, and we're in the same position we was with him. So I don't know if we need him back per se just yet. I think we got 2 more years before we get to make a real assessment about that and decide if we really should try and go get Nick Saban out of retirement. I think we're in a good spot. But with that being said, y'all, appreciate y'all for tapping in again. TikTok, Twitter, thank y'all for being so live today. Listen, we got the phone lines opening up in about 45 minutes. Hopefully we can get the phone lines opened up good and get y'all on the phone line talking and having this conversation about Alabama versus Oklahoma today. Finally, after 2 weeks of trying to create other content, and I think we did a decent good job by having other conversations on the panel, on the platform outside of just this game, right? Having different approaches to the philosophy, you know, having different debates about our offensive struggles, about the defensive continuing to be better. I think today we finally, today we finally just put it out there. What do we feel like this game is going to be like? How does it turn out? What's the outcome? Score predictions, and then we open up the phone lines and get y'all thoughts on it too. So how that sound today? Sound like some fun? Yeah, let's do it. That sound like some fun today. Let's go ahead and get into the roll call segment of the Coach Smook Network, man. Let me check everybody out. Jordan, you got the applause. I got the clicking. Shout out to my guy Frank Wright. Appreciate you for tapping in, man. Roll Tide, Frank Wright in the building. Paleo says, let's turn up the volume, fam. One more day till game day. Shout out to you, man. Roll Tide, man. Appreciate you. It's now a 1-game season. I fully expect to see the play with their hair on fire. Should be one hell of a game. Dominic Macon just come in. Roll Tide. Good to see you, Dominic. That's look like a bot channel over there on Kick. We ain't go acknowledge that. Sooner for Life is back. What's good, Sooner for Life? Good to see you. Roll Tide. Roll Sooners. All that good stuff. Y'all, this is one of those games, man. Both fan bases have such a respect for each other. The teams are built similarly. They're acting the same, like a lot of issues. We look alike as far as the jersey, team colors, and all that stuff. So it's going to be a crazy good game, I think. So I think we're going to turn out. We're going to turn up and see a better game than the last game. And if you think about it, last game was a good game. You know, Oklahoma was able to capitalize on some opportunities that Alabama missed on, but if Alabama makes those opportunities, it's not a good game. So hopefully Oklahoma can show up and be better. If we execute anywhere near a productive clip, this could be an ugly game. But that's not part of my analysis. I was just saying. Put me in the game, Coach. What's up, Bama boy? Good to see you, Roll Tide. Jarvis, good to see you, man. Roll Tide, my boy. Good to see you. I ain't seen you out here in a minute. Urban S is good to see you, Roll Tide. My brother said, love the intro. What y'all think, man? On the scale of 1 to 10, give me an A, B, C, D, or F or something. Give me on the scale of 1 to 10. We got to do some vocal editing on it, but yeah, that's yours truly, man. We got to get the recording studio part done, but I didn't want to wait, man. I feel like we can adjust it from now, and I think it was pretty good, man. We ain't got the studio hookup yet, and we still recording. We got a lot of tracks though. Y'all think I'm playing? I write. I'm a musician, so I just never thought to put my voice to it. Been waiting for somebody else to do it. So shout out to Seafood Beats and my boy Dooley Martez for the beat, man. Shout out to my guy Bama Boy in the chat. Roll Tide. The Kinesis is in the building. Roll Tide. You know what I'm saying? Sooners for Life. Were you watching the game just trying to see where I need to send this box of tissues tomorrow? Oh, Lord. That's what I'm talking about. Good trash talk. Good morning, everyone. Roll Tide. Good to see you, Big D Martin. Big homies in the chat. Melvin is in the chat. Bishop FDR. I think you clicked on the wrong link this morning, Bishop. I think you clicked on the wrong link, man. Your boy live over there. Ain't you? I got a little show to do again. I'm sorry, Chad. It's Friday. I haven't slept yet. I'm being petty. I am so sorry, Bishop. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch the game. The last few times I watched the game, we lost. My superstitions are getting to me. Yeah, you sound like fair weather type junk. Yeah, you don't need to watch the game. We don't need none of that energy. I be Jarvis. You know why your mind is so messed up as a fan. You hung around on that other channel too long, man. You too nice. You listen to everybody's stuff. Everybody ain't meant to be listened to. Some of y'all way too nice. Y'all go and listen to a bunch of BS and then get mad when I don't coincide with it and be like, man, you just be hating. No, I'm not hating. I just don't want to be a part of the BS. So I speak loudly and differently away from everything that they're pushing. So everything that I say can be separate from what they're saying. How y'all like that? Jarvis, what's good, man? You got to tighten up, man. Roll Tide, Stretch Gold is in the building. What's up, man? Roll Tide. And hey, go one of my mods. Can y'all go ahead and handle that goofy right there, bro? Like, I really don't got time for nobody that can't pay a $20 bet. Thank you, Nay. You the GOAT, girl. You know you the GOAT, Nay. You know you the GOAT. She been waiting. I think Nay shows up just to wait for that dude to show up, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Hey, Stretch Gold, appreciate you for pulling up. Jarvis, we got this, brother. Bama was built for the playoffs. We only show up for the big games. I don't know about all that, but I do think this is the first true test for this staff as far as, having all your assets available. Everybody's supposed to be feeling healthy. I think we're in a better spot to make adjustments. And if that's the case, this game could really be a good one for Alabama to start out the playoff push or the national championship push with a quality win against one of the better defenses in the conference. I mean, in the playoff race. So let's get to it, man. Let's get to the conversation. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let's see how many we got live everywhere, man. We got 36 in the chat on YouTube. Thank y'all for tapping in. Once again, we've just hit our 4K goal. If y'all didn't see, we have crossed over to 4K subscribers. We're actually on our way to 4.25 or 4.025. So we're almost at 4,025 subscribers already. We just crossed over. So if you're tapping in now, I know I took a minute to get started today. We're a minute away from our 15-minute mark. Take a moment, hit the thumbs up button. That's the point of us taking our time and getting y'all settled in. Let y'all know what's on the menu for today. On the menu for today, just like I said, there's a few hot things that I said earlier in the week. We talked about the 20-play rule. We talked about, establishing early momentum. We're going to hit that on the top of the head with some of our conversation and discussion. Do our full breakdown, the key matchups and the X factors for Alabama. I'm not speaking up for Oklahoma today. I'm speaking strictly on how Alabama wins this game. I'm going to speak on how Alabama actually wins this game or how we lose this game if we don't show up in certain ways. That's what I'm speaking on today. And then after that, we'll go into a quick infomercial break, give a shout out to our sponsors, give you an opportunity to join the membership. And then once we come back from that, we will open the phone lines and get you all on the phone and get your thoughts and your takes for this weekend's or tomorrow's matchup with the Oklahoma Sooners. If y'all ready to get into the conversation, somebody type it in chat, say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's do it this morning on the Coach Smook Network. Y'all ready? Let's go.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Sir, yes, sir. We here tonight, y'all. I hope y'all ready to get into the conversation because I've been ready. It's been taking a lot of energy for yours truly to just kind of keep everything under wraps and to kind of push narratives and learn the business side of sustainment when it comes to media entertainment. Last year, we ran out of gas. We ran into a lot of stumps and stumbled into a lot of things that didn't produce the quality viewership and the quality growth that we want to see. So, definitely want to take advantage of it this year, learning from our mistakes or our experiences and growing from those situations. So, I want to take an opportunity to discuss this game and break it down. See, last year this time, Alabama was out of the playoffs. They were getting ready for a Michigan team. That was a New Year's Eve. Was that New Year's Eve or New Year's Day that we played Michigan? And that team as good as the transition felt initially under Coach DeBoer, I do believe and truly believe that this transition was just getting started as the season ended. You saw them go through some personnel moves, just culture shock, language barriers, with communication, styles of communication clashing. We're not at that point in the season this year. This is the point where things are starting to come. Like, you're starting to see the identity of what this team year could look like under Kalen DeBoer. And one thing that I can say about the offensive side right now is that they want to be able to throw the ball and utilize space on the field. All the open space on the field, this offensive staff wants to be able to utilize that, maximize that every play. They don't want to play in a box. They don't want to maximize boxes or spaces. They want to utilize the full field or make the full field, as much of the field a threat every snap. And sometimes when you're used to system-built play calling as a quarterback, it takes a minute to kind of decipher and translate all those things. I think Ty Simpson has seen enough good defenses. You're talking about DJ Durkin over at Auburn, Oklahoma, Brett Venables, almost a month ago. Georgia, you just got done seeing Glenn Schumann and Kirby Smart. LSU had Blake Barnett. Just a bunch of defensive coordinators in succession that would challenge you as a quarterback, but not just as a quarterback, but offensive coordinator. So I think things are kind of lining up in favor for the Alabama Crimson Tide getting ready for this game against Oklahoma as far as getting the offense prep. All right. So first topic of conversation, and I need my producers to be with me today because we're going to fly through these full game breakdown. You all know the way I do my breakdowns. I try to give more so of a scenario or synopsis of how I got the game flow going. So how does this game break down? How do we break it down? Let me check my phone real quick. I got like 3 text messages all at once. Let me see what's going on. Oh, that's Jason. I don't got Coach Hayes type fool, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry, man. I didn't get the book Hall of Fame Jason Watkins in time, It is what it is. Nah, man, you good, bro. We could crank up later if you got time. We already cranked this thing up. But like I said, y'all, how does this game break down? Full game breakdown right here. Alabama versus Oklahoma. I think right now, let's talk about offense versus defense. Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma's defense. The probably the biggest worry of the whole game. And so I look at it and I say like this, chat. If Alabama's offense is not able to come out and create early, and I mean quick, fast momentum, and we talked about this thing. I made a statement the other day, and people were thought I was kind of crazy to be saying something like that. Like, man, you can't expect that. Well, if you look at it, this offense under Kalen DeBoer, under Ryan Grubb, even at Washington, man, their most successful games, their most efficient games when Michael Penix ended up anything 65% completion percentage or higher. The average yard per completion was, 11.4, 12.9. I was just going back looking at games where they went on this offensive tear, right? And it started right after a drought of incompletions, not necessarily turnovers, but incompletions from Michael Penix from the previous season. About the same amount of games, just a lot of similarities. And even though they don't seem to be as impactful, the misses that Michael Penix had in his first year as a starter at Washington under Grubb and DeBoer, right? The misses that he has aren't the same type of misses that Ty Simpson is having. But they were still some opportunities that he just was not having. And he grew up in this system. Michael Penix, remember, he was at Indiana with Kalen DeBoer. That was part of the reason why he chose to go to Washington when Kalen DeBoer took the head coaching job. So a lot of things lying on the quarterback production in this game. Alabama's offense doesn't necessarily need to establish a run game. I think this was the last game where we saw some effective running for our running back room. Even the start of the Auburn game, great turnout by the running back room early in the game. I think we got away from them too early in that game. And then, of course, in the Georgia game, we just took the ball out of the stomach of the running backs. If we cannot allow within the first 20 plays, if we can't have positive run production, one, right? That's got to start there. Positive run production. We have to have our quarterback, two, just capitalize on the plays that's there. When you have a clean pocket and the opportunities are there, you have to make the right pass. You have to make the right throw. You have to throw it on time. You have to make the right decision in order for this to be effective. Now, schematically, Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma's defense, the way that Oklahoma designs their pressures, especially up front by mixing up the 4 and 5 man pressures, this is something that Ty Simpson in this game on the road, in my opinion, the more simple the call is, the better for the quarterback and the better for the play to have freedom to post-play develop, right? Post-snap develop, meaning we can call 4 verticals, right? If they're showing pre-snap blitz and they are still going to send the 4 verticals, one of my slot, they got to know that as soon as they are uncovered, they have to have their head around. That should be something that doesn't have to be called or checked at the line. If the offensive line sees 6 crowding the line, there should be an automatic base check that we're going to go base pass pro. If we got 6 tackles, give the running back which side they need help with, which side they're stepping to so the running back can step up. Like, we can go back to those small checks and see a lot more effectiveness for the offense. And you can do all those checks and things. We just need a quarterback, first of all, to make the ball, a deliverable ball, make it catchable, throw guys in stride. And then my third and final thing, on the receiving end of things, not just running backs, tight ends, and wide receivers. I'm talking about the offensive linemen on the receiving end things. When you get a play call where your block is the key block, right? I do see a lot of times where guys are not getting that full, solid, squared up contact in the run game, trying to create space for the running back or the ball carrier. In this game, if there's a lot more intentionalness and the aggressive nature, especially in between the tackle and the guards, man, that little space out there, being able to stack on those or pull a tackle from the weak side and pull them to that strong side of the lead blocker, while those 2 guys are pivoting and holding up that spot, that edge of the line of scrimmage, man, it's a different style of running. We've seen Alabama's run game, especially in the run scheme, those designs kind of unfold, and you see a guy sneak through late and keep it from beginning to develop, or keep it from developing into a bigger play. So we definitely want to see some change in that aspect of the game. But in that same breath, how much of the pace makes a difference for Alabama Crimson Tide offense? We have yet to see a more tempoed pace since possibly the Vanderbilt game. We have seen the offense slow down. I even think the total number of snaps has been going down for the offense, just not being able to stay on the field and extend drives consistently. And then also just the incomplete passes, it stops the clock. Every time there's an incomplete pass, you're giving the defense, especially in those crunch moments, the middle 8 moments, when you need those 2 quick completions to get a drive going, just to get some momentum, we have to capitalize on those. So those are a few things. Let me get into the comments real quick. Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma's defense. Now, before I get into a few things to the comments real quick, I got to establish something. Alabama's offense did not necessarily struggle against Oklahoma's defense. And I'm going to say this for a reason. Myself, Jason, my brother, everybody was watching that game. And during that game, I guarantee you, and if Jason if you take his fan hat off and we talk about some of the things that were happening early on, and it shows you, one, how good of a play caller or the play design is for Ryan Grubb in this offense. But 2, when you don't capitalize, you can't allow a defensive mind with athletic skill sets and talent on roster like you at Oklahoma. You can't let a defensive mind like Brett Venables go into the half and feel comfortable about his adjustments and don't come out and stack on some of the momentum that you kind of missed on. So to Oklahoma's defense's plus, like to their defense, right, to their positive, they aren't the most, to me, they may have one of the most athletic fronts in the country. But outside of that, their linebacker play isn't necessarily what we're used to. You were used to having them a lot of depth and a lot of impact at the inside linebacker position. They've been solid, but they haven't been game changing. And the secondary, we know what their secondary problems have been. When guys have been able to provide protection, their secondary has struggled. They haven't been able to create a lot of turnovers like we have seen from Brett Venable defenses, but they are the most efficient tackling team in the country. I mean, in the conference right now. They are number one in pressures on quarterback in the conference right now. In the playoff pool, they're number 2. Right? And then you're talking about overall defensive efficiency rankings. Now with the playoff pool, if you use just to do the top 12 defense or the rankings by the 12 defense, they're the number 2 defense in the playoff right now. So Alabama coming in with a struggling offense. You look at some of their offensive stats compared to the rest of the pool. Number 8 in overall efficiency out of 12 teams. Number 10 in touchdown. Not touchdown interception ratio. From completion percentage standpoint, we're number 10. As good of a quarterback as been Ty Simpson has been, with the opportunities and the numbers that he's had been able to pull up, is came at a risk of kind of straining the system. So you got to establish some momentum. So with Alabama's offense against Oklahoma's defense, and then we're going to get into the comments. Slow down, Jordan. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and then we're going to get into the comments, and then we'll transition to part 2, the key matchups and the X factors in this matchup. Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma's defense. I look at it like this, Alabama fans. If Alabama, the road to success in this game is just simply execute. I don't think you have to drop nothing special. All that cute stuff that Ryan Grubb like to do when he get in his bag, it's okay if you got the rhythm, established guys and moving fluently, we're executing at a high level. But establishing the physicality, the tempo, and just executing at a high level, how do you do that? Keep it simple, stupid. Somebody put it in the chat the other day. I meant to acknowledge it, but we had so many people in the chat. Shout out to y'all for blowing up the chat too the other day. The last live we had, y'all went crazy. Y'all went crazy with the on the live. So I look at it like this, chat, bro. I say like this: start fast. 1, you got to create momentum early. Got to take advantage of it. Number 2, execution at a high peak. Early execution. How do you do that? Keep it simple, stupid. And number 3, schematically, you have to identify where your run game is going to have the most success within the first 20 plays. You got to identify early, even if that's 3 yards, if that's 4 yards on that particular read or look, right? That type of zone run scheme or that run scheme. We want to try to allow the offense to find that strand of play calling early, because we know Brett Venables and the defense is going to make their adjustments, right? And with this being a playoff game, I truly think Brett Venables has an attack mindset for his defense. Being at home, knowing his offense is going to struggle, he's going to try to give his offense as many opportunities as possible. So the offense has to take care of the ball. Got to be able to pace it up, get the tempo up, and just execute at a high level. And I think this is a totally different game for the offense. You know, the first game we missed out on 5 possessions we had opportunities to score on, and we lost by 2. So this could be a different game. Let me get in the comments real quick before we transition to the second half of this segment. And we're here at the 30-minute mark. Appreciate y'all for tapping into the stream, y'all, and tapping on the chat over there on TikTok. I see y'all tapping TikTok. Y'all be going crazy on TikTok. I appreciate y'all 100%, man. So let's get into the comments, man. Put me in the morning, coach. What? James Nichols said, show me in the... Wait. James, are you... We're not going to read it. Anyways, appreciate you for tapping in over there. TikTok, appreciate all the gifts over there. Big homie James Nichols, appreciate the roses. Appreciate all the love over there. Let's get into the comments over here. Alabama's offense versus defense. What are the keys to success for some of y'all in the chat? I'm going to look at the comments. I'm going to scroll through. Let me see the start comments real quick, see if they're good. Jason came through. We can't run the ball. Smook and Grubb said he doesn't know how to fix it. Jarvis, you get on my nerves. I think that's why you stopped coming around here. You come in this mug crying. That is not true. Stop saying that crap. We cannot run the ball. Alabama can't run the ball. They choose not to. Right? But they can run the ball. That's one thing that everybody's confused about. Why do we go away from the run so early? It's not that we can't do it. Ryan Grubb just chooses not to do it. Y'all need to fix your language when you say that to me, because I have proved that we can run the ball. Jam Miller's success with multiple carries in succession. Daniel Hill started the game against Georgia, multiple carries in succession with success. Same thing happened earlier season with Richard Young against ULM. It's a lot of different games, even against Georgia. We started off that game strong in the run game. Vanderbilt game, Jan Miller's full return as a healthy back. We saw that team go be successful in the run game. Missouri against South Carolina, not necessarily explosive, but being able to run the ball 25, 30 times has kept this offense balanced enough to respect the run game, right? You don't need explosive numbers. You just need somebody to respect it. Alabama can run the ball. They just choose not to. Stop with the fair weather stuff, Jarvis. I think you came to the wrong side of the fence this morning if you want to enjoy your viewership today, because I ain't got time for the fair weatherism. We ain't got time for it. Coach Smook, Alabama has only scored over 30 points one games this season. Was that the case for Washington too? Did they have low scoring games with DeBoer? Also, they had a lot of tight games in DeBoer's first 2 years at Washington.
They had a lot of big scoring games. They had some close scoring games. This offense, the offensive efficiency definitely was at a higher clip at Washington. Even under with Jalen Murrow at quarterback, we averaged 33 points a game. At Washington, they averaged 37.3 or 31.3. Last year with Jalen Murrow, 33.3. This year, we're sitting at like a 28 point clip, something like that, 24 point clip. That's not explosive, and that's not what you want from a vertical passing scheme, offense that's based off the vertical passing scheme and trying to create explosives. And there's no other place to look. When the sack numbers don't say we should not be able to have, 4K, almost 5K passing yards, the amount of pass attempts that we have, you don't have enough sacks to say that it's on the offensive line for this season. The snap to sack ratio wouldn't even allow you to say that Alabama. Ty Simpson's only getting pressured on 21% of his snaps right now, 21% of his passing snaps. And those pressures are coming after 3.7 seconds. So we got to have better execution from the quarterback. Bruh, Kip Lewis is the best inside linebacker in the SEC. The secondary been turning people over for the last 4 games. That's not the fan hat. Those are statistical facts. Jason, you know what? I knew you was going to come in here and talk about Kip Lewis. Kip Lewis ain't been doing shit, bro. Let's just be honest. He followed. You know what's happening with Kip Lewis? Kip Lewis has benefited from the same preseason hype and having 1 or 2 good games. Same thing Deontay Lawson did last year. Against quality talent, Kip Lewis ain't showing up for shit. And against quality passing teams or against a team that's balanced offensively like Alabama was in that game up until the turnover, y'all secondary is non-existent. I would tell you this. The reason for the pick 6 wasn't because of some crazy play design or some confusing defensive scheme. A late ball by Ty Simpson. It was a lot of misses in that game too. Your secondary, if Ty Simpson can wake up, or if we decide to roll Keelan Russell out, your secondary might get cooked. The mismatches were showing up. We just couldn't deliver it to him. We couldn't deliver it to him. Shout out to my guy Vincent, says roll tide roll all the way from Mississippi. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in all the way from Mississippi. Much love, man. Alabama beat itself. Oh, you didn't beat Alabama. I keep trying to tell everybody that, today ain't the day for sugarcoat and try to find the even, unbiased take. This is the truth. Alabama played as bad as they did on the offensive side of the ball, and it took literally Alabama giving you the ball 3 times in order for you to win. And I understand you did it on the road, but you got to think it took y'all to win like that on the road. And then let's not talk about a few missed calls in the second half that really changed the momentum of that game. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to put it on the ref, but everybody can agree. And I ain't talking about in favor of Alabama or Oklahoma, but as far as the momentum of the game, there were some questionable calls in the second half, like 4 calls in a row on both sides that really changed the momentum of the game. So hopefully we get a better officiating crew for this matchup, all of that good stuff. And if Alabama executes, I think this could be a 2-possession game. I think this could be a 2-possession win, decisive win. And it could go just the same for Oklahoma, right? Can they come out and hit on some of the explosive? Arbuckle has not seen the offensive system executed like he was experiencing at Washington. Luckily, Mateer has the confidence in his legs to be an asset in the run game. But as far as passing, what I do see as far as Oklahoma adjusting defensively to our offensive play calling, when we did try to go into our quick game, Brett Venables did not sit back and absorb that. He attacked it. When Kane Womack has done that, we've had success. So Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma defense, I think that's where the game truly lies. Not necessarily Alabama's defense stopping Oklahoma's offense. I think that's going to be a task in itself, but more of an attainable task or something that's easier to accomplish as far as the momentum established from the previous game. And we know matchups, 2 times seeing a team, 2 times in the season, it's hard to match up and get the same results exactly the way you played it. So got to see some adjustments made on both sides. But I think where the key matchup is for this game is Alabama's offense versus Oklahoma's defense. All right, we're going to get out the comments real quick. We're going to go to our next segment, and that's going to be let me pull my notes up. So the key matchups and the X factors in this game. All right, key matchups. We talked about Alabama's offense and versus Oklahoma's defense as a whole. Key matchups right here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Oklahoma's offense. I feel like this could be something sneaky that they might end up utilizing in this game. I think they had opportunities last game to kind of get more extensive in the pass game, but with their offensive line actually improving since we played them, I think, and being at home, the play calling, we might see a little bit more aggression in attacking the pass game. As good as Alabama's secondary played in this game, I think that's going to be the point of emphasis for Arbuckle and their offensive staff. Try to see if the secondary is coming in already on their, dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Don't give them a chance to work into the game. Get your offense going fast. I think Oklahoma has the same agenda as Alabama as far as their offense, trying to come out and get started fast, because you got to look, the Alabama defense has been one of the top 5 defenses statistically in the last 5 weeks. With a horrible offense, the offensive production has been inconsistent. I won't say it's horrible, but it's just been inconsistent. If we could just find one stride and just stick to it, man, whether that's pace or it's a 7 or 8, I think it's better than, being on an 8 and then dropping to a 2 and a 3 and a 2 and a 3 and a 2 and a 3, then popping up to a 7 again. If we can stay around the 7 or 6 and just have that and build off of that, I think this would be a good team, a good game for the offense. And I think the same mindset is following Oklahoma. I see Deion Burks has not been the explosive receiver. They have not been able to get it to their explosive guys on the perimeter. Giovanni Gibson is a guy coming into that first matchup that I was looking to have a lot of key catches. Isaiah Satanga, you see him as a threat every time he's on the field. You don't want him getting the ball in space. And we did a good job containing that, keeping him contained. Tackling in the open field is huge. But the key matchup for this game is going to be the inside linebackers versus the Oklahoma run game. And it's not necessarily just the QB zone. It's not just the RPO. It's literally the inside linebackers. I said they were going to be the X factor, so I guess they could be the X factor and the key matchup. The inside linebacker room of Alabama versus the Oklahoma run game. If we can just eliminate that and keep that a non-factor as far as how we contain their offense defensively, right? I think it puts more pressure on Mateer in that passing game, and it sets up our defense to do what it does best, and that's create turnovers. One thing that we didn't do in the first matchup against Oklahoma is create turnovers. We didn't create turnovers. We won the time of possession. We won everything else, but we did not create turnovers, and that in the end of the game was the 2-point difference, right? Yeah, we gave up 3 turnovers. If we create one, does it give the opportunity for the offense to rebound and kind of make up for that? Give us another opportunity to make a field goal for the one that we missed early in the game, right? That's what turnovers for. You can't blame the defense for not giving, not creating turnovers after only giving up 1 score on what was it, Jason? 11 drives, 12 drives, 1 touchdown, 3 field goals. And then the other 7 points came from a pick 6 extra point. So that game definitely wasn't on the defense. Bend but don't bring mentality. Inside linebacker room is going to be counted on a lot. Being that this is the defense, though, I said this earlier, we talk about atmosphere. I think Norman is going to be electric, right? I think it's going to be a hostile territory. It was hostile when Alabama went down last year as far as crowd noise. I think Alabama did a good job. The fans did a good job keeping noise up against Oklahoma this year at home. Going back to Norman, that way that matchup played out, the way that things are looking, the confidence that everybody's defense mindsets are having coming in against this offense, this can be the game changer for Alabama. If that inside linebacker room can become disruptive early to where a lot of the fail-safe things that maybe Arbuckle wants to do with his offensive scheme and play calling for this game, he can't do it because it's putting them behind the sticks, right? And if you're going to give our offense, we've seen when Alabama's offense has had those extra opportunities, yes, they have capitalized, but games where you're not able to do it when there's balance, you got to have more effectiveness. You got to be able to execute at a higher level, right? This is one of those games where I think the inside linebacker room can affect the offense, our offense. Alabama's inside linebacker rotation and their quality of gameplay can affect the outcome for Alabama's offense. I think they'll be key in creating more turnovers or more opportunities for turnovers. I think a lot of what they do in the middle of the defensive scheme is what's going to cause John Mateer not to be as confident. We saw John Mateer get shook. And the first time he took that ball, man, the swarm needs to be an infectious swarm. Like, he needs to feel those hits every time he tucks the ball. So that's my key matchup for today. I think the inside linebacker room is the key matchup versus Oklahoma's run game. And that's not to say that they don't have a passing attack. I think Oklahoma's passing attack is literally they're waiting for that one spark. They have the athletes on the perimeter. They have the running backs that can, be nice receiving assets out the backfield. Not as athletic in the tight end room, but their tight end pass pro and run blocking is some of the best in the country. And they have sure-handed guys, no burners that's going to take you over top. I love Kanak because he's an NFL pro tight end. He's an NFL pro tight end. Like, the way he plays is just the way he presents himself to the game. And then they got I think he's a junior, Kent Carson. Just a physical. I mean, they play solid, like old school traditional tight end football with some new hybrid nuances of the position. They don't go out and get the pretty boys for their tight ends, and I can appreciate Oklahoma for doing that, man. They get guys that can help in both run and pass pro. So the edge defenders, Yanzi Pierre, Quay Russaw, Noah Carter, Keon Keeley, those guys that play off the edge, Jordan Renard, those guys are going to have to put in work. They're going to have to deal with some tackle, tight end double teams, guard tackle double teams. They're going to have to be able to beat the more athletic guys off the snap, getting out of them stances and firing off. So I think that's going to be huge for the inside linebacker room to draw some of that attention and not allow those other assets to be utilized on the edge. So that's my major key matchup. And then the X factor in this game, my X factors for this game, and I'm going to jump on both sides of the ball. I think the X factor for this game, the primary X factor for Alabama, one is Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson is the primary X factor for this game. I don't care what nobody says. I know it sounds cliche, but Ty Simpson is the X factor. I truly believe the offensive success really lies on his shoulders. It's not on the run game. It's not, on play calling. It's on Ty Simpson. I truly believe if Ryan Grubb goes out there and we see a 70-30 pass run play call ratio, so freaking be it. There's got to be a reason why Ryan Grubb is calling it, and he has to see it. As horrible as the timing of some of Ryan Grubb's play calling is, I can go back and look at a lot of these plays that we've missed on in those 3rd and 2 situations where we could have just handed the ball off and we're dropping back a pass, or we're in goal line on the 7-8 yard line and we got 4 wide in shotgun and we passing the ball. I could go and I can look back at those plays and be like, a little patience and I don't even intentionalness is what I would call it. Being intentional about going through your reads. I think Ty Simpson, if he was more intentional about his reads and instead of thinking that just because it's called, that look is going to work, you got to still work through your progressions and be confident on your releases when you throw the ball. So that's one X factor on the offensive side. Also on the offensive side, I think another X factor, we're going to have to watch the right guard and the left guard position. With Cam Dewberry coming back from injury, Caden Proctor still being at left tackle, you got that strong left side of the offensive line back. Parker Brailsford coming back from injury at center. 100% is the reports, but you still don't want too much strain on him coming back off of an injury. And the right guard position, you got Wook and Formby working there. There's no sign of Jaden Roberts being in the rotation this week. So kind of concerning to see that Geno Vandermark still rotating on the interior, giving guys quality reps. Michael Carroll at the right tackle position. Jackson Lloyd getting some work at both tackle positions this week. Will Sanders getting work at the guard position behind Cam Dewberry. Ionoda working at center and guard. A lot of offensive linemen working this week. Hopefully we can get, if we have to. The success has fell within the offensive line rotation. We've seen that have success. If you're going to utilize it in a moment where the offense is comfortable and fluid, or creating comfortability and fluid. All right. So that's my X factor on the offensive side. Defensive side, I said offensive line and the quarterback. Well, quarterback play, offensive line, depth rotation. Those are my X factors, the quarterback and the offensive line depth of rotation. Defensively, I think this is the game where the secondary is going to get their opportunities. I think Mateer is going to be out to prove something. This is a gunslinging quarterback, a quarterback that's confident in his abilities. Doesn't matter what the numbers say. He could throw 4 interceptions and he'll continue to throw as if he hasn't thrown any. Well, being at home, I think this is the time where you might see him force 1 or 2 passes or extend 1 or 2 plays early on, trying to create a big play and seize the momentum. In those moments, the matchup that I'm looking to capitalize in this game is going to be anytime you see a Damani Jackson out to the boundary or to the field, right? Anytime you see him, I think they're going to attack him. I think they feel like they have a mismatch issue with him. And then also with Red Morgan, I think they're going to try to attack him with double moves early. So X factors in this game, secondary, eye discipline. Not getting caught up in the double moves, not getting caught up in the drawn out, the draw or midline read, QB zones. Don't get caught up in that, getting your eyes caught up and getting flat-footed watching that. You have to be active with your eyes and your feet at the same time. A lot of times, defensive backs will get motion that goes away from them, and they get kind of lazy, right? If anything, we should see more of a lean. That's why Xavier Brown was able to capitalize on that interception against Tennessee, that pick 6, because even though the motion came to him, his stance didn't necessarily, he didn't give away his stance by changing his approach to how he lined up. That alignment and that body language told him, it gave off the perception that he had one look or one type of coverage set up, and Joey Aguilar banked on that pre-snap look. If Alabama could get lined up a lot faster defensively and show it one thing pre-snap, I think the secondary can benefit from any post-snap type of mirrors or smoke. This is the game to do it. So Alabama secondary versus that John Mateer mentality is going to be an X factor. And one defensive back, I guarantee you, man, I just have this eerie feeling, chat, and call it fandom or whatever. I feel like because of what we've seen in the secondary rotation, and because this is a end-all be-all type thing, win or go home type game, I don't think we hold bars. We don't see the defense as far as personnel rotation and management. We've seen the defense utilize their depth at all levels. This might be one of those games because the physicality standpoint is going to be key, and our secondary has been one of the most active secondaries as far as getting in the backfield or getting tackles on run plays, right? Some of your higher tackling numbers in the secondary come from Alabama because of how we support, how the 4-2-5 causes those secondary guys to support the run game. So if we had quality run fits in this game from the secondary, they'll get their opportunities to make those plays that get them paid at the next level, which is picking the ball out, batting the ball down, PBUs, all those stuff. So that's the topic. Those are the topics, key matchups, X factors, full game breakdown, final score prediction, and then I'm going to open this phone line here in 3 minutes. I look at this game, right, and I'm going to go ahead and change this beat up a little bit because I think this is a realistic score prediction. Now, the first time I called this game, I think I caught the score 31-21 Alabama at home. I had us taking the home field advantage, going in, establishing some type of consistency in the run game, but just capitalizing with them missing our Mason Thomas last game. I feel like we should have been able to capitalize a lot better in how we execute in the pass game. Their pressures on quarterback, 9 pressures, 4 sacks, right? 9 pressures. It was 7 pressures, 4 sacks. My bad. The lowest amount of pressures by Oklahoma defense at that point in the season, right? To that point in the season. And then also the highest efficiency for amount of pressures on to produce sacks against Alabama this season. Because early in the season, the last 4 sack game in the season, it was produced off of 12 pressures.
12 pressures in the game is not bad. Just so y'all know, the national average of pressures given up in this game is like 11.2 or something like that, or 10.7, 11.2. I think the SEC was 10.7 and nationally was 11.2. So that's average. That means, you know, your worst and your best pressures on quarterback, giving up pressures given up by your offensive line. On average in the country, you're talking about at any point in time, any game you turn on, you can expect the quarterback to get pressure a minimum of 10 times, not necessarily sack, but pressure. Alabama on their pressure rate is one of the best. Pressure rate is one of the lowest in the country, which is the best. Oklahoma right there in the mid. I think they're like number 42 in the country. They were like number 9 in the SEC out of 16 teams. Right there in the middle of the pack. Because they've been able to run the ball. They took their time and ran the ball for the most part. They didn't try to continue to force material. So I look at this breakdown in the matchup. I think the offensive momentum, whoever gets the momentum established first offensively is going to have the advantage in this game. And I truly believe at this point in the season, with Jam Miller being out, so many questions surrounding the run game, I think Brett Venables will attack up front. He will be extra aggressive. He will attack and shoot gaps to fill run, to do run fits. Run blitz galore. I truly feel like a lot of the back end pressures or the roll coverage will be designed to, you know, take away the run and force Ty into passing the ball. We have to capitalize on that. And I think Ty Simpson does capitalize this game. My hope, you know what? I'm not going to say I think. My hope is that he does, because if Ty Simpson can show up and be a Vanderbilt or a first half Georgia Ty from the first matchup, or even a Florida State Ty, if he can show up and be a Florida State Ty, this game could be a lot more different. And I think if that Florida State Ty shows up first drive, Florida State Ty shows up, some of those opportunities that he's missing that's developing late, that he could throw guys open on the deep crosses and on some of them corner routes, he'll see him, because Oklahoma was giving those to him, was daring him to throw them in that first matchup. Basically forcing him to, or kind of pushing his vision or his reads to those type of reads. Trying to see if he can make the right throw. It's not about if it's open or not. Can he make the right throw? My hope is that he does. But if he doesn't, I truly believe there's the 20 play rule is in effect for Ty Simpson in this game. Somebody say, what's the 20 play rule? 20 plays. If we ain't got no points or see any positive production and that offense is starting to, you know, see some positive momentum, it's time for us to match that. It's time for us to match that with a quarterback change. If we got 4 or 5 drops within the first 25 plays, I understand it. We can't blame Ty. At that point in the game, that's just about the boys, the wide receivers making the decision and the receiving core making the decision. Or if we have 6 sacks by in the first 20 plays, that's on the offensive line. But in the first 20 plays, if you're able to get off 10 to 12, 10 to 14 pass attempts, and you starting the game like you did the last game, you're going 2 for 7 or some crazy junk like that, we can't have that, man. We can't have that, because then our offensive coordinator feels like he has to press and get your passing numbers up instead of leaning on the run game to settle everything down. So yeah, my final score prediction in this game, I think Oklahoma's defense comes out. They present a test. Their offense, I don't think they find it. I don't think they find it. And if Mateer gets hurt in this game, Hawkins, because of the lack of confidence that this staff has had, and I don't think he produces well under Arbuckle. I don't think there's even a relationship there. If it feels up to me, man, and I was Hawkins, man, I'd be out of Oklahoma next season. You were clearly the better quarterback last year when Jackson Arnold was there. Mateer comes here, he gets hurt. He's not able to produce. They refuse to try and grow with you. That's crazy to me. You know, Michael Hawkins is a good quarterback. I don't know how they misuse that asset. But I'm going to get into the comments, y'all, before I give my final score prediction. Let me talk a little bit. Let's see. We got a super chat in the AAA family this morning. Shout out to my big sister, my auntie Cindy. Merry Christmas, AAA family. To Smook. Hey, buddy. What's good, girl? Good to see you. I know Cindy going to come in with her. Hey, buddy. We're going to get that phone line open up here in a second, y'all. Y'all give it up for Cindy. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Let me look at some of these comments. I know I went through my whole segment. I want to get it to where we can cut it good. Our defense will kick their ass flat out. Jonathan Harris said, yeah. This giveaway 17 points, John. Yeah, we did. Hall of Fame Jason, I don't care how you look at it. The truth is we gave away 17 points. Actually, we didn't give away 17 points. We gave away 7. I don't know where 17 came from. But 7 points were definitely given to y'all. 10 actually. Got a quarterback can't hold on to the ball and threw it. Man, I mean, clear, obvious, open. LaShair Brooks on the deep crosser, man. Clear, obvious, and open, man. Coach Smook, okay, we seen those comments. Those are older. I don't think BV is going to give Ty a chance to do anything with the ball since he's a damn good signal thief. I don't think BV is a signal thief. I think he's just a great defensive mind and play caller. He's been around some of the best defensive minds in the game. I'm gonna have to boo this comment, Johnny boy. We're gonna have to boo that, man. That was weak. You think Brett Venables still signals? I mean, everybody to a certain extent still signals, man. That's you're insulting one of the greatest defensive minds in the game. OU Georgia Natty. I don't see that happening, and because y'all not winning tomorrow. And I don't think Georgia's making it out of that bracket, to be honest. Don't overlook Danny Lewis and Josh Cuevas being healthy. May run some 2 tight end sets. Danny Lewis is not 100%, nor is Josh Cuevas. Josh Cuevas will be available for the game, but he's not 100%. Jam Miller, both of these guys, all of these guys are practicing, but they're not 100%. Expect the young guys to be out there. Michael knows Stocks be coming in with a lot of like fake breaking type takes, hot takes. They be like BS. Josh Cuevas, Danny Lewis hasn't had an opportunity to impact the game effectively this whole season. His first opportunity came when Josh Cuevas got hurt. You go back and watch the game. He had like 9 good snaps in 2 weeks. Nine strong snaps in 2 weeks. With the way that Marshall Pritchard and Caleb Edwards were thrown into the fire, and Josh Cuevas getting back healthy, I don't think they're going to go backwards on the depth chart as far as assets available. And then I also look at it, they've been using Jay Lindsey a lot more than they used Danny Lewis. So I don't know why you would bring that up. It's kind of like asking for Cole Adams and Jalen Hale to be thrown into the fire all of a sudden in the wide receiver core. I don't think we get to see them, unless some crazy injuries happen. But I do believe because of what we saw early in the season with Derek Meadows, LaShair Brooks, we're going to see those guys implemented in the pass game in the rotation. You're going to see a 5 receiver, a 5 wide, nice 5 wide rotation these next couple of games. Who's come to shove, Cole Adams be your extra guy, Jalen Mbakwe, those 2 guys. But I think they kind of found their rotation right now. And some of these guys just aren't a part of the plan, and it's unfortunate. Ty better not hold that ball more than 3 to 4 seconds or he's going down. I do agree with that, Johnny boy. Laugh out loud, your defense has kept you your inept offense in games. Better pray for 3 turnovers again. That's literally the difference in the game. I don't know why Jason trying to act like they really control the game. Y'all didn't control the game. We missed on so many opportunities in T-Town against Oklahoma. Good luck to y'all tomorrow, Coach. Y'all going to need it. I don't think so. I think a lot of people are doubting this defense. A lot of people are doubting this offense because of the past few weeks, and it's fair reason. It's fair reason to doubt it. But think about this. The same offense that everybody was scared of, the same hype that all these other panels was giving Ty Simpson during that mid-season stretch, that Ty Simpson and that offense could reemerge. And all it is literally a lot of these answers that we're looking for are literally inches away from happening. Not one person said that. Paleo, are you slow or something? I don't know. You think Mateer is really driving the ball on Alabama without throwing the ball / picks? No, I don't think nobody says that, Paleo. We know Oklahoma. See, the reason why I didn't spend a lot of time talking about how to stop Oklahoma's offense because I think they have to do what they do. I don't think they're going to try to change it up to beat us. What they're going to do is do what they do to win. They're going to be consistent in what they do. They want to maximize. They're not going to be like Ryan Grubb and try to add on to broken parts, right? Imagine trying to add fresh oil in a engine that just had, was borderline about to lock up. You got to go in there and flush all the fluid out. You got to make sure everything, I ain't no mechanic, but I know when you run out of oil, you have to run a little cleaner through your lines and all that stuff through your oil, right? You got to get everything flushed, and then you fill it with new fresh oil, and then you have to let that sit for a while and run. Get on those pistons, all those different spots. They got to get lubricated, right, to start firing. You got to let the oil sit. You got to let it heat up. I don't think Oklahoma wants to deal with that type of situation coming into the playoffs. When they found effectiveness, they can lean on their defense. They can rely on the quarterback to extend plays with his legs, use the quarterback in the run game, use a nice rotational depth of quarterbacks, and hit their receivers in spots. They've been doing that for the last 3 weeks. I don't think they try to change it. Now, if Ryan Grubb takes that same type of mindset and adapts it for the Alabama offense, we could see a crazy lopsided game. Final score prediction. My final score prediction for this game is I get y'all's. I need final score predictions from this point on. Final score predictions. My final score prediction, Coach Smook's final score prediction. And I've been stuck between two spots. I've been stuck between two scores, two numbers, two scores. And I'm going to say it like this, y'all. I think right here in this moment, my final score prediction I'm going to go with, I think Alabama pulls this one off in a decisive game, chat. I don't know. Because of everything that's stacked against this team, a lot of things that I've been talking about with players being thrown into certain roles. I remember early in the season talking about Yanzi Pierre and Quay Russo having to be on the field a lot together at some point in the season. Keon Keeley getting his opportunity. Like the chips have kind of fallen for certain things to line up. And we basically have been forced on the defensive side where we've seen a personnel group enforced on the field that was basically, if we go back and look at our depth chart from the beginning of the season, a lot of things, I guarantee you, where a lot of these guys are at right now is kind of where we projected these guys, especially for like the secondary. Dijon Lee, Xavier Brown. We thought Damani Jackson was going to have a more consistent season, but even he's rebounded in the secondary. Bray Hubbard and Keon Saad, one of the best safety duos in the country. Like statistically and just momentum-wise, you see how they play. They're both going to be, Bray Hubbard might go first round if he decides to go on the draft this year. Keon Sabb looking at an early second round, mid-second round type of draft prospect. So I look at what's available right now, and I look at everything that's kind of lining up. I got this game 38-20 Alabama, 38-20 Alabama. Somebody says, how do you get that type of separation? Well, one, I do believe in this game, there'll be more intentionalness and there'll be a more assertiveness as far as tempo, trying to keep the crowd out of it early. How do you do that? You take advantage of your plays early. You create mismatches early. A lot of pre-snap movement, I feel like, is going to happen early in the play clock, in the game play clock. I think this thing winds down to, we instead of seeing it snapped under 7 seconds again, this game, there will be an intentionalness to try to have this ball snap between 12 and 17 seconds for the first couple drives, especially get this defense moving. The more you let this defense stand flat-footed pre-snap or be comfortable, walk into their pre-snap looks, you're gonna have a lot of problems. So Ryan Grubb, the pace of play calling, we talked about it. They talked about it during the interviews. We've seen footage. We've talked to players talking about how fast practice and how the motion between periods is the tempo is up. Can we carry that into this game? And my score prediction is 38-20. I think Alabama wins this one in decisive fashion. I think the score tells the story. I think we finally force we allow our defense to play a lot more free because the offense is creating that cushion by the opportunities that the defense is creating. Now, on the flip side of that, y'all, there's always a possibility that things go different. If the defense is starting out slow, if both offenses are firing, I have more confidence in Alabama's offense being able to win in a shootout, more so than John Mateer. When Ty Simpson is cooking, when he's seeing the field good, when everything's clear for him, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country. John Mateer, not so much. Even when it looks good for him, John Mateer finds himself throws himself into bad situations. So when I look at the quarterback situation in this game and the best case scenario for each offense, I like Alabama's offense, just the skill sets, the matchups is better for Alabama in this game. Give me Alabama 38-20 here on the Coach Smook Network. Now, we're going to get into the phone lines, but before we get into the phone lines, we got to pay some bills, y'all. We got to pay some bills. Y'all give it up for yourselves. I appreciate y'all for all the comments. 38-20. We want everybody's scores in the comments as we go through this through the commercial break and the infomercial break. We want y'all to put y'all's final score predictions in the comments because your score, if you want to, if you have the right score, you will be automatically entered in for a prize drawing at the end of the year. We will be doing a live stream before New Year's, and we will be giving away some gift cards. We will be sending out a t-shirt. We got a t-shirt. We got gift cards from walk-ons. So if you don't have a local walk-ons, we'll find another way to gift it to you. But also, we found a way that we can possibly control how your memberships, how we can help people become members of the Coach Smook Network. And if you want to go ahead and do that before even the drawing or the giveaway, this is how you do so here on the Coach Smook Network. Check it out, chat.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
When you see me in the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me in the game, Coach Smook. Let me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Let me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Let's go. Hopefully y'all ready to get into it, because I'm ready to get into it. The phone line is now open, 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, coach. Talk your talk. I hope y'all ready for some heat today. I got heat for anybody that's trying to talk crazy today. I don't even think it's a question no more, y'all. I ain't got no hold. I ain't holding back for nobody. Call in. You better come correct. Got 4 minutes on the phone line today. 4 minutes on the phone line today. We're not going past our 2-hour mark, man. I think that was a good first half segment to freaking bring everything that we've been trying to hold off for. Now, if you don't think I went into enough stats and stuff for this game, you need to go back and watch Monday Live. You need to watch the live from Tuesday. Go watch those live because we did a lot of stat breakdown and numbers breakdown. We got a first call on the line. Let's get it.
Awesome.
Michael.
Yo, Michael, you in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
What's going on, Smook?
What's good, man? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling real good. Can't wait for tomorrow night. I think it's me 24-16 Bama. I think Ty's going to find a way to get it done. I think Grubb and Ty have had a chance to sit back, reevaluate. And speaking of Grubb, do you think he'll be on the sidelines calling plays, or do you think he'll be back up in the booth?
Grubb's a stubborn guy. I know he heard the noise about him being on the sideline. I know, and then also with the media for some reason, and I'm not going to say all Alabama media. There's some known names that have been a part of media, Alabama's media reporting for a long time now. And their tenure from Saban era to this era, they've had a hard time transitioning. And the questions that they ask are asked week in and week out. And so Ryan Grubb kind of alluded to the statement that he's enjoying his time on the sideline, being able to coach. He feels like there's a better connection with the quarterback coming on and off the sideline. As far as having a eyes up in the booth, you got to think that in this system, in today's game, the way that it's set up now, Tyler Hughes, guys like that, his offensive quality control guys, those are the guys that he's probably going to have in the booth for this game, especially being on the road. I expect him to be on the sideline. He's on the road this game. To me, him being in the booth hasn't, or on the sideline, the play calling to me hasn't changed. It was one game where in the booth he didn't run the ball 20-plus times, and then it was another, and then it was some games where he ran the ball enough, in the booth, and then out the booth. He's been out the booth for 3 games now. We ran the ball, 25-plus time one game, and then didn't do it another game. So I don't know which one we're going to get, but to me, it doesn't matter. I just think execution at the end of the day is going to be the key to this team having some success on offense.
Yeah, I'm with you. Somehow, some way, I think we just kind of put it together and become the offense that we were accustomed to seeing the first half of the season before we started struggling a little bit. So anyway, Roll Tide 24-16.
All right, before you get off of here, man, give me a offensive MVP. I know. We try to give everybody time. I be trying to get all these clips. Hey, clip this AI. What's your final score prediction? Once again, give me an offensive MVP and then give me a defensive MVP for this game.
Okay, I think Bama wins 24-16.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a good chance they might get Michael in space.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of just trying to send him down, I think they saw how elusive he can be.
Mm-hmm.
Just get him the ball out in the open, let his legs do his thing, and let's move the chain. So I'm going to lean towards him. And on defense, I'm going to go with Bray Hubbard.
Ooh, and you know what? I wanted to say
I feel a pick.
Me too.
Or him dislodging the ball for a fumble.
Somewhere in there, I had I think I had Nakai Hill-Green, Justin Jefferson, Deontay Lawson. One of those inside linebackers I feel like is going to step up. But I do think the impact is going to come from the middle of the field. Somewhere at one of those levels, first, second, or third level, in the middle of the field is where the big play is going to come from because of, their inability to attack the boundary. They don't get a lot of success with their outside zone run scheme. A lot of their stuff is just power and being tough. Physicality is part of Oklahoma's DNA on both sides of the ball this year. As ineffective as their offense or some of the deficiencies that they have shown, they haven't lacked physicality. The front hasn't lacked physicality, even on missed assignments. They're holding when they're holding, they're actually holding and keeping the quarterback clean. So it's one of those things you can live with that as a play caller. Alabama has to get to some type of solidified identity in the first drives of this game. But final thoughts, man, as we get ready to open this phone line. I appreciate you for calling in. Give me your final thoughts, man. Then we're going to open this phone line. I appreciate you for calling in, Mike. Talk to me.
I think we're all spoiled. We had one of the greatest runs ever. DeBoer needs a chance to get his people in. We saw the 2026 class. We saw last year's class. I think incrementally next year you're going to see an improvement and more stability and consistency with the offense. I think year 2, making it to the playoffs and an excellent chance to win the first round and going to play Indiana is fantastic. I think each year it's just going to be a little bit better, a little bit better. This will be his third year of recruiting. And, you see these guys, my God, he's getting these DBs 6'2", 6'3". Look at Dijon Lee. I think he's 6'4". Look at these wide receivers we're going to be bringing in. They're like the Roma Dunze that he had at Washington that's now with the Bears. You see what he's trying to do. You see these O-linemen, the D linemen he's recruiting. I'm seeing the puzzle getting put together.
Yeah, and I'm seeing Kane Womack get more comfortable in his play calling too. A lot of people hate the fact that a lot of people hate the fact that he doesn't send a lot of 5-6 man pressures, but I like the pace he sends them at. I feel like sometimes when you send extra bodies, it can mess up the momentum that your guys up front are building with their base pass rushes. Get into the quarterback.
Yeah.
And what's been happening is you see Tim Keenan, you see James Smith, you see London Simmons, Asaya Fager. Those interior guys are winning late in games, and that's the reason why the defense is able to hold up like it is. When we get in teams in passing situations late in the third quarter, we're getting pressure on these guys, and we're able to create turnovers or disrupt the pass play, the passing offense off of that because of the depth of rotation and effectiveness inside. So just like you said, man, we don't necessarily have to mimic what we're seeing or do what other teams are doing. If we just do what's best for us at a high rate, I think that puts Alabama, you're talking about one of the most talented rosters in the country. If you do what you do good at the highest clip you can do it, to me that tells that's saying, like, if I'm the best and I'm doing something that's given to me that's supposed to help my skill set, if I'm doing that at this clip, man, it's gonna be hard to stop me. If we can get 22 guys or 11 guys on each side of the ball every time we're on the field to be like that in that mode, it's going to be hard to stop us. So I appreciate you for calling in, Michael, and roll time, my guy.
One last thing. Go
ahead.
Thanks for bringing up Womack. I'm going to go right now and say he is the MVP for this season so far.
Ooh, hold on. Let me give you a horn for that one.
Yeah, he's the MVP, brother. He has gone 180 degrees. A lot of the reasons we've been able to win these games down the road.
Look,
down the stretch.
Thank you for being a real fan and finally stepping up and saying it, because it's a couple of panels on this platform that's eating. They got their foot in their mouth after I told them to shut the hell up crying about Kane Womack last year. I told them to shut up with all that fair weather mess. Stop with all that fair weather mess. But appreciate you, man. Roll time, my guy, Michael. Roll time.
Okay.
Phone line is open, chat 334-625-1121. Call in, say your name, and put me in the game, Coach Smooth. You got 5 minutes on the line today. 4 to 5 minutes we want to give you on the line today. Share your thoughts, final score prediction, offensive and defensive MVPs. And that's all we got for you today. That's the easy topic of conversation. Everybody should be able to call in and say something about that. You ain't got to even be on the phone long. I might try to keep you on longer so we can make the clip a little bit better. But definitely want you to call in 334-625-1121. So my score prediction, what I said, 38-20 Alabama. We got a score prediction from Michael, just came in. I think he said 24, was it? What it was, 24, 30, 32, 24, 32, 20. What was that score prediction? I'm waiting for it to come across the banner. What was that score prediction? I forget. It was either 32, 24, something like that. It was only like a 10-point spread. 28-2 by Melvin. 28-22 says Melvin Amison. Who else we got? 31-17. Bama says Brian Lewis. Okay. What the rest of the score predictions at? Anointed Gamer says 31-10. You think we hold them to 10 points? I think if Alabama plays perfect game, Oklahoma only scores, no more than 13. We didn't play a perfect game, and literally the offense's momentum for Oklahoma came because we gave it to them. We gave it to them. The strip sack, and to Jason's point, I do get what Jason's saying. They took that strip sack, they took that, but that pick six, that ball wasn't even supposed to be thrown. We watched that junk live. And yeah, you were celebrating, but you even asked it, Jason, don't act like you ain't say, who was he throwing to? Who was he throwing to? Thank God he didn't see Latier Brooks. Thank God he didn't see 17, right? That was the play. And so that's what he means by they took it away. right? Alabama didn't get I think, but maybe one opportunity for an interception. Justin Jefferson undercut one coming, material thrown across his body. I think it was like in the middle of the field. 27-10 Bama. Ron Jenkins coming in with some score predictions. All right, give me a second, chat. I'm gonna go into a quick little. No, I don't. 334-625-1121. There we go. It's back up. Trip, appreciate you for tapping in, sis. Let's go. Let's go. Roll Tide. Give me 1 second, chat. $24-16. All right, so nobody else want to call in? Y'all doing all this talking in the chat. We got a whole bunch of people in the chat too. 334-625-1121. 50 likes on the stream already. Appreciate y'all for that. Killing the freaking light goal. The 25 light goal on stream. 60 viewers in the chat. 334-625-1121. See, this is what I don't like. Y'all do all this talking in the chat. Oklahoma fans, they here talking they noise, want to pop they gums, and then they want to talk all this nice stuff, and then once the game over, we're gonna be talking big stuff like y'all was last time. See, now what I will do is best believe I'm gonna be trolling you Oklahoma fans, because I've been seeing y'all talking that crazy stuff over there in that Hall of Fame chat. Y'all ain't been keeping it G over there. But we gonna come and get some of that smoke. Stevie G, I want all the smoke. Neelio, all of y'all.
Cindy, put me in the game, coach. Accept.
Yeah, we got Cindy in the game chat. Let's get it. Yo, Cindy, what's up, girl? You in the game with Coach Smook? Talk to me. Y'all give it up for Cindy in the chat.
Hey, bud.
How you doing today?
Good. I was just saying, I'm sitting here working and listening. I was like, where's the AAA family? Why they not they calling?
They act like they don't want to talk today. Now that you get on the phone, now they want to start calling in. 580, you got to call back after Cindy. How you doing today, Cindy? Talk to me. Score predictions, MVPs, and all that good stuff.
Score prediction. I put it in there. I think I said 27-14.
27-14. Okay. 27-14.
I think our defense is gonna eat Smook.
Cindy, I know the defense is going to show up. I have this optimistic feeling that, and I wanted to wait to the end of the show, but I can share this with you because you're gonna actually talk back to me. I think this is a game, and what I want. I'm gonna tell you what I want and what I think is going to happen. I want the staff to pull the trigger and throw Russell out there. Any sign of struggle offensively, I say throw Russell out there. If he can't immediately right the ship, put Ty back out there to finish his game. But give Russell opportunity to create a spark. That's what I want to do.
What you mean, like a change of pace?
Not even just like if he comes in and he is just executing and he hits that first deep post ball and it's a diving catch made by Ryan Williams, right? And it's like, oh, there goes one. Leave him in the game, right?
Okay.
But this is what I think is going to happen, Cindy, and I'm gonna give it right back to you. I think Ty Simpson is going to come out and play the game of the season. I feel like this is the game where he wakes up, all that pressure that's been weighing on him, he finds a way to one of them passes gets through, and seeing that pass completed, we see him turn on a switch, and we have us a playoff championship contending quarterback behind center for the rest of the game. What's your thoughts, though?
I agree with you. The one thing that I'm going to kind of be different from you on, and not too different, but I think Ty will be fine as long as the line continues to improve, and they have. But what I got a problem with is know your personnel. I'm kind of more rough on Grubb than you are. I know your personnel. In other words, if you're gonna go for a slant or if you're gonna go for an end zone shot, maybe not have Jeremy Bernard running that route. Maybe have one of your burners doing that. Who else? Who else could?
Latsier Brooks. I mean, anything deep crossing, anything stretching the vertical, you got to utilize personnel. But at the same time, I will say this: Jeremy Bernard may not be the fastest, but his route runner is so efficient that he wins early. So a lot of times when he's making those when he's in those vertical concepts, Ty Simpson's, you just got to let it go. Sometimes you got to throw him to the 30. You don't wait till he gets to the 30 to throw it to him. Sometimes you got to throw him to the 30. And that's where Ty Simpson is struggling in the passing game, the deep ball as a whole. He's just not throwing guys open. He's making the right reads. He's seeing the openings, but that timing is so far off that when he makes those decisions, a majority of these passes that are incomplete or late or getting batted away or behind, is because he's not throwing them on time or not anticipating these guys. So we got to see that stage. And I truly, Cindy, I've seen this happen to quarterbacks. We saw this happen to Jalen Hurts. Like the second half of the season going into his sophomore year, when Tua came in. The first 4 games of that year is Tua as a freshman back up. Everybody's like, oh, he's gotten better. That boy can throw the ball. He can throw the ball. But then the first time we got to see Tua in some gameplay action, was like, oh, snap. This guy can actually throw the ball. We should be different. That's what we have at Alabama right now. But Ty Simpson still is a win. Like, he could play winning quarterback play. Just got to come. Man, 1 or 2 of those, Cindy. I'm telling you, 1 or 2 of those. You said 28.
The difference throwing to Devontae Smith and throwing to some guys we're throwing to now.
Right. You got to think, too, Cindy. Smitty was a 4-4 guy too. He's not a 4-3 burner like Latshair Brooks. He's not a 4-3 guy like a high 4-4 guy like Ryan Williams. He just knew how to get open early. And Mac Jones, if you look at how quick the ball used to get out on a lot of those deep passes, that's layering your passes. That's what this offensive system has to thrive on. If you don't have a quarterback that knows how to layer the vertical ball or the deep ball, meaning sometimes it needs to be on the rope. Sometimes it needs to hang in the air for 4 seconds so your running or your wide receiver or the receiver can run up under it because they already got a step. So don't slow them down. Still lead them, but you got to put more air under it. Like timing, depth perception, all of that matters. And he's not thriving in those areas as of right now. What's that?
Is he afraid he's going to throw an interception? Is that what the deal is? Maybe
I think so to a certain extent. I think so. Yeah. I think so. And when
let it fly.
When the persona around you all camp, all fall has been, he protects the ball. He knows where to go with the ball. You kind of you let that narrative when you're not a baller, right? Ballers, they let narratives shape how they play the game. I mean, non-ballers, people that are trying to appease the fans, they let that shape how they play the game. But ballers gonna go out there and do what they got to do to win. And Ty Simpson has not shown us that. He's shown us that he can manage a game. He's shown us that he could handle a game plan and do what's asked of him, right? On a play-in, play-out basis. But as far as being a game changer and making the extra plays, he has not been able to do that. Final thoughts, Cindy, so we can get this phone line open back up.
Okay. I just think it's a whole bunch of things, and I think Grubb can help him a little more than what he's doing.
Oh, yeah, we are. We've been saying that since week 5, week 6. You know, even in those wins, I said that the play calling, the run play calling, the offset, what you're doing in the passing game is not helping you. I understand you want to get guys moving left and right, but you got to get guys leaning towards the line of scrimmage and run into that wall the offensive line, like you said, is getting better. It's getting better. Let that offensive line lean on them guys.
3 yards to gain. Why you want to do an end around in that particular moment? That was dumb.
That was stupid. Stupid. 3rd and 2. We just got 8 yards from our running back on 2 carries. and you want to hand the ball off for 2 yards after your running back just ran the ball twice to gain you 8 yards and put you in this 3rd and 2. Come on, man. I wouldn't have been mad if you threw the crispy package out there on the first drive and gave it to Caden Proctor and handed it off to him. If you want to get cute, at least just hand it off instead of putting a 180-pound wide receiver out in space to run an end around. I mean, and to Ryan Grubb's defense, though, as stupid of a play call it was still opportunity for them to get the first down. Latshair Brooks is not a running back, though, so his vision and ball in his hands is not the same as what you would get for a running back. If he puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield, Latshair Brooks is gaining 4 to 6 yards at that hole that's created, but the play design is to get to the outside. And that's what they tried to do. And Georgia, Georgia played it, they played it correctly. That was against Georgia, right? Yeah, that was against Georgia in the SEC championship.
That's my whole point. You gonna run a play behind the line of scrimmage against Georgia, and all you got to do is gain 3 yards.
Yep.
I'm a girl, and I'm sitting here notifying that on TV.
Yeah, so we hopefully we don't come in with that cute stuff. We come in physical and just execute. Honestly, it doesn't matter how the play calling goes at this point. I can't really fully blame Ryan Grubb, even if that 3rd and 2 situation. He must have seen something early on that he wanted to test out, saw some early blocking scheme. Because like I said, it was blocked up, maybe not to get outside, but you have a player make a play. It's a play to be made there. And then, like I said, once you get away from the run game like he did, it's got to be because you see some things opening up downfield that your quarterback is not seeing. And you can't force them to see something they're not going to see. That's what happened with Nick Sheridan last year. You're trying to force Jalen Miro to see something he's not going to see. Call the play to put it in his vision, and that's how you see success. And we haven't seen that from Ryan Grubb. We got to see a lot more effectiveness and efficiency from this offensive side of the ball. But Cindy, I appreciate you for calling in, girl, and roll tide.
Roll tide, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for Cindy in the chat. Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. We had 4 missed calls while Cindy was on the line, y'all. That's crazy. Y'all go ahead and call in now. Your thoughts. We got you on the line. 5 minutes. Let's do this.
Call from
Bishop FDR.
Let me turn the music off for this. Yo, Bishop, what's good, man?
What's good?
What's up, man? Talk to me.
Hey, put me in, Coach Smook.
I can't put you in the game, man. You hang around with some other company that I don't rock with, so I'm gonna have to tread carefully with you, Bishop. Talk to me. I'm hostile with you this morning with a smile on my face. I'm hostile. Talk to me.
Hey, you know what? The bottom line is, it's gonna be a heck of a game, but understand both defenses are elite, and the offenses have to prove that they deserve to be in this playoff by completing the necessary passes and running the ball correctly.
100%, Bishop. When it comes to it, what's your score prediction? And then me and you could have a little bit of extensive conversation. Alabama fans, this is an Oklahoma fan. I want to get some Oklahoma tape on this thing. I need some sound bites to put for my post-game celebratory video. So, Bishop, give me some sound bites, man. What's the score prediction? MVP. We just gonna have a little 7-minute conversation. Producers, give us 7 minutes on the timer for me. Go ahead, Bishop.
Yeah, understanding our run fits have to be done. Tight ends have to be covered, and whenever a chance to make a play has to be done. 19-9 OU.
19-9 OU?
I didn't stutter.
Is this supposed to snow in Norman this weekend? Huh? Is it supposed to snow?
No, but it'll be light crisp.
Nice and crisp.
Nice and crispy, and all good. Understand, we welcome you guys down. It's going to be great tailgating. Like I said, school is out, and there's going to be nothing but folks around with good hospitality and ready to play the game of their life and make the best team win.
Hey, you know what? That's what sucks, because I'm over here stretching. I pulled my hair up and everything. I had to put some chapstick on everything because I was about to get hostile with you, but you can't really be hostile with Oklahoma fans as a Bama fan. Our fan bases, it was funny. And Jason was there live at the game at T-Time. It was funny how the fans, we were talking trash to each other. Yeah. And I swear, if there was shot glasses hanging, you would have thought we were at the game together, both Oklahoma, Bama fan bases, and the amount of trash talk that was like, F the Sooners or F Roll Tide and hugging while you saying that, hugging that person or that junk is so funny to me, and it's hard to really develop a real hate and passion. And you see that kind of on the field, man. You see a lot of respect. Hard hit taken or a bad hit was taken in the first game. And you see both guys kind of like checking each other out, as they get up, guys picking each other up after good hits. Like this is going to be a hard fought, respectful, hateful type of match. but I don't think it's a 19-9 type game, man. I do believe one of these offenses will get going. One of these offenses will get going.
And I can respect your. That's how you make good gumbo. The rule have to be made right. That's the foundation of the gumbo. So the bottom line is, somebody's going to end up being right at the end of the game when it hits 0-0.
Yeah. I got a question for you, though.
Go ahead.
I know everybody, Oklahoma is excited about having R. Mason Thomas back. Do you think his presence really makes that much of a difference in this game? Because a lot of times, and I ask this because a lot of times, like we had Quay Russo out for a few weeks, and I would say this, with Quay Russo being back, the only reason you can see his effectiveness is because we lost LT Overton, but Yanzi Pierre brought a different level of production coming off the edge of our defensive line and coming from the outside linebacker position. He's done a lot more effectiveness and had a lot more impact than what we were getting from Quay Russo. And now that Russo is back, you see kind of like a indecisiveness of personnel being utilized. Could R. Mason Thomas cause that on the Oklahoma side of things with him coming back?
No, not at all. And in fact, and it actually helped the ones below him, like Taylor Wine, that was a third stringer that actually got the start to actually show that he deserves the opportunity to be in our top 22. Because we believe in competitive depth. And if you're going to have competitive depth, no excuses. You have to, when your time is and number is called, you need to shine.
Right. Now you said Taylor Wine, number 44, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he has been making a lot of the things that I see in Alabama's defensive line rotation and development is what I see at Oklahoma. The only difference is you guys have struggled. You guys have struggled with containing the outside, the perimeter run game, getting out on screens and things. Okay. If Alabama gets into that mode, something that they thrived with early on in the season is an extension of the run games. If they're able to get into that mode, what's the counter for Brett Venables and this defense? Because the secondary hasn't been your strong point. They've been playing better because of the front, but they have not been your strong point. I see a lot of guys get out on islands, like I think his number is it number 19 gets out there. Jacoby Johnson, I think is his name.
Yeah.
I've seen him get thrown when he's out there. People target him. Your safeties. Bo Ganassi, shout out to Big Mike. But Bo gets out there. He's a physical run fitter, but he gets lost in that backfield sometimes on these play action looks. So, I mean, how do you counter that if that's something that Alabama finds some good rhythm in?
Underway, Coach Smook, with all due respect, brother, the eye in the sky is undefeated. And if by this time, Coach Venables haven't had an adjustment for that, that's on him. The bottom line is the tape shows everything. And understand, for both sides, if adjustments aren't made, you're going to be lost in the sauce.
I like that. All right, so you said your final score prediction, 19-9. Who's your offensive MVP and your defensive MVP?
Of course, the O-line is because we're old school. We believe in defense, so our O-line is going to be my offense because if they can keep us upright and keep us moving forward, then they deserve it. And then, of course, our defensive line on defense because it starts with them.
So you a trench guy. You think this game is really won and lost in the trenches?
Absolutely. If you can't stand upright, you can't pass the ball or you can't hand it off. And if you definitely can't run the ball, then you're one-dimensional. Documentation beat conversation.
For sure. But fun fact. Two of your last national champions, two out of your last three national champions have run offenses that have catered to the passing more than the run. Right? These are one offense being in Michigan that year that they won 68-20 what it was 68-22 or 68-32 pass run ratio, and then last year Ohio State was even, I think it was like 68-5 to 32-1 or something like that. So teams learning how to run in the playoffs all of a sudden. Hey, that'll be something for Alabama to see. Appreciate you for calling in, man. We got a call coming in right here.
All right, then.
Appreciate you. Oh, dang, we just missed it. Appreciate Bishop Frank for calling in. We got our, who is that, 514? You could call back in, man. I was trying to get him on. Y'all, I don't know. I missed having the beeper, man. I can't keep up with my time. I got to get a timer, another notification thing to beep so that they can hear it and I can hear it, because it's making me feel like I'm cutting y'all off. And I like to have conversation. I don't just like to have y'all on the phone just talking to yourself. I like to conversate. That's the point of having the phone line, so we could talk to each other, create conversation. And I don't want y'all to feel like I'm cutting y'all off, but I do when we have people call in and they get the automated message, put me in the game, coach, and phone line is open now. I want them to be able to, be in on that second ring. So if you all can hear that beep when you're on the phone, if you hear it twice, that means you got somebody waiting. Go ahead and try to wrap it up. We got time for what? 2 more phone calls. We got time for 2 more phone calls. That was our 3rd call on the line. Yay, time out. Where the hell is Zach? Why Zach ain't called in yet? Zach been kind of slacking. He ain't had no energy yesterday either. We're going to have to find out what's up with Zach, y'all. Because tonight's show, we might not even do a night show. We might have we might have to go set up for the event tomorrow. Time is up. I see it. Yep. All right, Bishop Spitz game. You know what, Bishop? I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even talking about your Oklahoma fandom. Use my last 5 minutes of rant time. Around, Bishop. 865 on the line. Let's see who it is.
Awesome.
Yo, Marquis, you in the game. Talk to me, man. Y'all give it up for Marquis Woods in the chat, man.
What's going on, Coach Smook?
Man, chilling, brother. Ready for this game tomorrow. I'm ready for this game. I'm not liking the energy among some of the fans in the Bama Nation right now. A lot of semi-fair weather fandom going on right now. A lot of people act like they scared or something, man. What's going on? Talk to me, Marquis. What you on?
Coach Smook. Can I get a little vulgar for a second?
Yeah, all right. Hold up. Let me prepare the stage for you. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna prepare this stage for you because I feel some passion behind this take here. So I'm gonna set the stage for you, and I'm gonna let you rip. The floor is yours.
Coach Smook, honestly, well, anybody who be in fair weather this week is really what I'm on. A lot of people is going against us. A lot of people is going against just everything we stand for, acting like we not Bama no more, acting like the A don't mean nothing, acting like we ain't been the best in the land forever. We made it to the SEC championship now. Down 10 men. I ain't gonna get into it. It is what it is. Second year of Debo now. And they counted us out at the FSU.
They counted us out.
And then we went on a historic run. And now they mad because we dropped a game there against the top 5 defenses in college football.
Come on, man. Both losses came against top 5 defenses.
Not top 5 in college football, including us, because we're in that conversation. Right?
I mean,
now this is my thing. I can understand, why people may feel a way about us, not being in that killer mentality. But you keep playing with the beat. You keep poking that bear. He gonna wake up.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna wake up, and the slump don't last forever. Bad times don't last forever. You feel what I'm saying? And just like Georgia exercised them demons on us, we gonna exercise some demons on these students here tomorrow.
Facts.
Everybody just feeling like their defense is this, that, and the third. We missed on opportunities all night long. And like you said, if Ty sees the field clearly, if we go a little bit of tempo, if we just catch them early,
hit
them in the mouth, it's a whole nother ball game. They don't want to play from behind. That's when our defense gonna get nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that's tried to play from behind against us, it has not worked. We turn them over every single time. Look at the stats. The stats don't lie. I don't care nothing about. Listen, stats do not lie. 31-14 is crazy. I'm sorry. I just looked at that. That's nasty. Anyway, OU's offense is atrocious. OU's offense is atrocious, and John Mateer's not that great. I had high hopes for him. He has not been anything awesome, and I don't think he starts to be awesome when our defense is going to play like they play. I don't think that happens. I just don't see it. Talk to me, Coach.
I don't. I told you. I feel like I feel like it's one of these things, man. Where, like I said earlier, what I just want to turn the page. I want to turn the page, throw Russell out there, and I think just the spark and the knowing that he's a freshman, you might have a different mentality by everybody else around him. We got to protect the freshman. We got to go and make the extra play for the freshman. We got to run a little bit harder for the freshman. Like, that's the type of mentality. It's not anything verbatim against Ty. I just think guys don't believe in him, or they're saying they do, but they're not playing like they do. They're not playing like they want to put it all on the line for Ty. You get what I'm saying? You saw a different type of energy from the team once Tua got thrown in the game in that national championship, man. It was to me, it was one, Tua just being the better quarterback. We this is not that type of situation. You got 3 quality quarterbacks in this quarterback room. Jalen Hurts wasn't as developed as Tua. It was clear the mechanics wasn't there. Jalen Hurts got to be an athlete for most of his high school career. All of that, that's neither here nor there. I think going forward, and we're gonna close out on this. I'm gonna let you get your last statement after this. I think right now, Ty Simpson has the ability, man. It is there. This is the game, though. If I had hopes, if I had hopes, man, if I had hopes for it to be a better, because I do. This is the game. This is the perfect scenario. The most unlikely scenario is usually when guys show up. That's usually when guys show up. And we've seen that. We saw it last year with Jalen Miro, that LSU game. We thought he was done going into the LSU game. We just knew that, even though they were beat up, we can't do nothing on offense. So now, and then he goes up there and he just plays football. If Ty goes out there and plays football, he's not going to play football with his legs. Ty's going to play football with his arms. And that's relentless, unfathomed throw. 30 seconds, bro. Give me your final thoughts. 30 seconds.
Going off what you said, I need Taquavius to play.
Taquavius?
I need my, as I call him, I need Vanilla Vic to do his thing. If Vanilla Vic shows up and he just plays that unrelentless football, that carefree football, that I don't care what happens, I'm going to sling it, I'm going to run, I'm just going to play free and fast, it get nasty for OU. Roll Tide, man.
Roll Tide. Shout out to my guy Marquis, man. Another great call on today's show, man. We got one more caller trying to call in. Y'all give it up for Marquis in the chat, man. Don't be leaving my boy hanging. Roll Tide, Marquis. Y'all give it up for my boy, man. Yeah, Vanilla Vic. Yeah, we don't need he ain't never been no Vanilla Vic now. We ain't gonna do that. Never. That boy ain't never been no Vanilla Vic now. It ain't been but one Vanilla Vic, and his name was Money Manziel. Ain't never been a nerdin'. Ain't gonna be a nerdin'. I don't think. But I do think we need Taquavius back. That Taquavius vibe. I forgot about Taquavius. Y'all remember they had the LACK shirts going out there? They had them motivated. I didn't like it, but they had them motivated. Let's see who the last caller is on the line. Let's see.
From
Dwayne John. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Uh-oh. Yo, Dwayne Johnson is in the building and not just in the chat. What's up, man? Talk to me. Let me hear this. Let me see some. Hold on. What up, Dwayne?
What's up, Coach Smook?
Man.
Hey, man, look. Hey, man, I like your content, man, when you was on with my guy, Jason out there. All the same sports. I'm a sooner born, sooner bred. When I die, I'll be sooner dead, Okay. I lived in Alabama and Irondale during Katrina. I loved it out there. If I wasn't a Sooner fan, I'd be an Alabama fan for sure.
Hey, you know what? It takes a real man to say that, because I swear up and down, anytime I've ever played NCAA football and created my player, if I didn't get recruited by Alabama and Oklahoma recruited me, I was going to Oklahoma.
Come on now, say that ain't true, man. Come on
It's
now,
the truth, man. It's the truth. But talk to me, man. Break this game down for me.
Hey, man. Hey, look, Coach. I gotta respect it, bro. But hey, bro, I seen one of your people put down at the bottom. Do you really think Alabama's gonna beat Oklahoma 38-17? I mean 13. Come on, man. That's not even realistic. Come on now.
I don't know, man. You got Oklahoma fans thinking y'all can win 31-14.
I don't know about all that. I mean, I know personally, I think it'll be a close game, but I ain't gonna think it ain't. The offense ain't too good, like we've been saying. I mean, I ain't too happy with what's the name, with Arbuckle and with Mateer. I think we've been deceived by the bill of goods and all that kind of stuff. But that's just my opinion, me as a Sooner fan. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think I'm more in line. I'm more in line with Bishop. I think it'll be a close game. I'll say it'll have to be 20. It'll have to be 25 to at least 20. That's what I think. But I mean, that's just me personally thinking from an OU's perspective. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, man. And the thing is, like I said, this is such an evenly matched game coming into it. This is one of those where you won't really understand what teams have really put in as far as the work and development and adjustments until it's actually played out on the field. Because and this is why I feel like the game could go sideways and in favor for Alabama, because of how many opportunities Alabama missed out on in the last game. I mean, literally 5 or 6 opportunities could either set us up for scoring plays or being scoring plays in that game against y'all. You look at how Alabama contained Oklahoma's offense. There wasn't many opportunities for Oklahoma's offense. Alabama played efficient on defense and forced y'all into those 3-point opportunities. It was like when y'all were kicking those field goals, it wasn't like y'all missed or dropped a pass. It was like it was incomplete passes. It was forced incompletions, tackles for losses, quick check downs, getting tackled before the line of the game. Like, that's what Alabama did in that game. So it wasn't that, and I get the sentiment of Oklahoma took this from Bama or Alabama gave this to Oklahoma. When I say took, that pick 6, when our quarterback made the wrong read and Oklahoma capitalized on that, I don't think that was a defensive design. That's just the quarterback making a bad play because you had open receivers.
Okay, I feel what you're saying, but let me ask you this. And what is the defense's primary job? To take away the ball, correct?
Correct.
No matter what it is, what the offense does, the defense puts the quarterback in a precarious position.
Yeah.
With that being said, if that's what the defense do, then the defense did create a turnover. I mean, it's not anything that the defenses do or what they didn't do. It's like even on the last play when my boy number 22, I forgot what his name right now, but when he stopped that pass, that was a bad pass on the quarterback. Still at the end of the day, and the cornerback defended the play. I mean, everybody talks about how how they stop, and I'm not taking that from Alabama. They handled their business, but it's more or less that our quarterback ain't worth a doggone. I mean, the play caller is trash. I have to be honest. You got 2 running backs. You don't even run. You want the quarterback to run it, and I'm not saying don't do it. Why are you putting yourself, bro? Why are we running the quarterback on a 4-2? Why are we doing this? I mean, that just kills me. You got Efrod. You got the other guy, number 6, and you don't run those guys.
Hey, I'm laughing because I can't tell if I'm talking to an Oklahoma fan or a Bama fan right now. That's why I'm laughing. This is the funny part about this. Hey, no, I'm saying like if you didn't tell me you were an Oklahoma fan, I wouldn't know who you were talking about, because both teams are literally. If both of us could give up our quarterbacks and take a chance on another quarterback, and I think you probably share the same thought that my brother Hall of Fame Jason shares and I share. I feel like this offense could be so much further if you had grew with Michael Hawkins. I truly
Right,
believe that.
exactly. That's my point. Why would you? They lost that game because they didn't want to put him in there. And even let me go further. Let me take a step back. Why do you let a guy like Jaden O'Neal go? That's another story.
Come on, bro.
My thing is, why? Why are you so hyped up on this guy Mateer? And I understand that's your guy. Cool. But you know this dude coming in. I don't know anything about this Bo guy. This guy, Jaden O'Neal, left California, moved down here with your family. You're going to bring this guy in and he leaves and goes to Florida? What are we even talking about? That's my thing.
That was a crazy move.
I mean, Michael Hawkins is a legacy. Are you kidding me?
Come on, man.
You so all up on this guy Mateer, but you know this dude, this man is hurt. You still gonna go down. You still gonna go down with the sinking ship.
Come on, man.
I love Brent Venables. I hope he don't think he's gonna let this man. He's gonna be the end all be all for his job, because guess what? It ain't working.
It ain't working.
Now, this is first year. This is Arbuckle's first year. The offense that he's running. This is a Pac-12 offense. You can't do that in the SEC. What are we talking about?
I don't know, man. The thing is, systems travel. Give them 2 seasons, man. Systems travel. I truly believe that. Even with Alabama's situation, we've seen points and times in the season where Ryan Grubb has been in his bag. The defenses of the SEC can't keep up. He's ahead, 3 steps ahead. It's when you have a lack of execution. These offenses are built on being able to capitalize on your explosives. When you can't capitalize on your explosives, all the other small issues that wouldn't be a issue, they're exposed because you have to slow the game down. You want to be able to play fast with these style of offenses and these play callers, and they're just not able to get it. They don't have the personnel. They don't have, the continuity with the quarterback. Mateer and Arbuckle might have a continuity in their language, but they don't have the receivers or their offensive line or the type of guys that they had last year. But final thoughts, Dwayne. We got to get the phone lines open. We got one more caller trying to call in. They text and ask for the
look,
call.
I appreciate it, Coach Smook. I'm gonna have to call in your show a lot, bro.
Hey,
I'm gonna have to do it, man. I'm
man.
glad we're in the SEC. Let me ask you your question. Should Oklahoma have been in the SEC? Your honest opinion?
Yes. If we're talking about keeping the best, like and this is Southeast. We've extended the Southeast all the way to Texas at this point, right? All the way up to Texas, Southeast Missouri, Oklahoma. Florida State should be in it too. Why they keep quiet?
I agree.
It's a lot of prestigious programs in the ACC that need to be in the SEC. Oklahoma is definitely one of them. But we got the other caller calling in, man. I appreciate you, Dwayne.
All right, man, Coach. All right, Coach Smook. I'll call back again, sir. God bless you, man. You're doing a great job, man.
Appreciate you, my brother. Hey, y'all give it up for my guy, Dwayne. That's energy, man. That's freaking energy, and it's a different fan base. I told y'all. This ain't the first time this happened on this network, though. We've had Florida State fans call in when that game went down. They left, and they got hyped. And as soon as they started losing, they disappeared off the face of the internet once again. Who was that? 229. You can call back in. I don't know why it hung up so quick. I feel like it was only on the second ring. We should have been able to answer you. Call back again, 229. You'll be the last caller. Shout out to Dwayne. Y'all give it up for Dwayne one more time. And we're going to get this final call, y'all. Let's see.
Call from
Antoine. Put me in the game, Coach.
Yo, you in the game with Coach Smook. What's your name, man? We couldn't really hear you. Say it again.
Antoine.
Antoine?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Antoine is in the game chat. Y'all give it up for Antoine. Antoine, talk to me, man. What's on your mind, brother?
Man, I really feel like this is the first playoff game that we have. We had it 2 years, and we really going to tighten up offensively and defensively. Them boys going to pitch a shit out on them. No offensive touchdowns whatsoever. It's going to be a field goal game for them guys, and we just got to get ready and gear up for the next playoff run. That man sees the action's on the way.
I'm telling you, man. Hey, now I will say this. I'm very optimistic about it's the offense for me, bro. If our offense comes out, and I just want 7 out of the first 3 drives. If we can get 7 out of our first 3 drives, be in scoring position or be close to scoring position, on the first 2, maybe a late mishap or a missed block stalls a drive. We in 4th and 5, got to punt it, or it's a decision if we want to try to go for it. if we're in that type of momentum in the first 20 plays, we got 7 points, leave Ty out there. But if we don't have that at a minimum, you need 7 points within those first 20 plays, man. The 20 play rule is in effect for me. If we don't have 20, if we don't have points by 20 offensive snaps against Oklahoma, I'm going to be on that live stream calling for Ty Simpson to be pulled. And everybody going to be talking about me until the end of the game because I don't care win, lose, or draw. I'm going to be calling for that man to be pulled. 20 plays, 20 play rule right now. 20 play rule. Antoine, give me your final score prediction, offensive MVP and defensive MVP.
Okay, my final score prediction, 24-9 Alabama.
24-9.
I think for the right. I don't think they're gonna score offensive touchdown on this, brother. It's gonna be a field day game for us. And I think for the offense, it's gonna be the game changer for us. We're gonna, like you say, we're gonna flip that switch over. We be like the mid-season Alabama that we once know. We're gonna make this run. And the run game is gonna crack open wide for you guys. It's been lackluster all season.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be that time for it to open.
Yep.
It's got to be that time. Like you say, we can't run the ball. We just got to get the right 5 in there, and we can just take off and do it from there. Defensively, like you say, the linebacker room. You got to be able to scrape and get downhill. Drop back in coverage. We're not worried about the secondary because, like you said, he can't produce anything offensively. But the linebacker core will be the game changer on defense.
100%. And like I said, I like the inside. I'm glad you said that. I love the inside linebacker core to be the game changers in this game. And the last caller kind of echoed my sentiments. I don't think Oklahoma is going to come out and try to do anything different to this point. I think what I can commend Brett Venables on is he knows how to get his coordinator under control, and they don't get away from some positive work when they're struggling offensively. They will allow him to be added into the run game, the quarterback. So that is going to put a lot of pressure on the inside linebacker room, which has been, to me, the most improved. We're talking about a year-to-year leap. Look at the inside linebacker play from last year. Amount of missed tackles in run fits that were missed.
Yeah.
Week 1 against Florida State, finally got some live action with all the improvement that we were hearing about. Got some live action. It didn't look right. Guys were still looking hesitant. They took it on the chin, and then they turn around from week 2 all the way until now. This defense has shown up, and we have not seen them put in a lot of adverse situations. Maybe Tennessee game was probably the worst showing from the defense, but outside of that, from a secondary standpoint, and the Georgia game not containing the run, those are 2 big matchups. And we handled that. Defense made adjustments in game. And I'm just telling everybody, man, this could be one of those dangerous games. Final thoughts, Antoine, as we get ready to get off this phone line. Boy, you lucky you got my boy. I'm going to give you a shout out. I ain't calling you out, man. I want to give you some love, man. That's real love because,
appreciate it.
My God, listen, y'all, if y'all didn't know, y'all can text the phone line. The way I reply, I have to get out of automated mode. So if y'all don't get a direct reply during the show, it's because we're in automated mode. If you calling you're a missed call, I decline it. I don't know why it's taking so long compared to what it was doing a few weeks ago, but it usually sends a message after we hit decline because somebody else is on the line. It sends you a message automatically. It should be in all caps. It should say phone line is occupied, call back in 5 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever the time limit is. It'll tell you it's an automated message. But we're going to find a new system. But my boy, he texted the line and said, please take one more call, Smook. I'm feeling the vibe for Bama. So I definitely had to do that for my AAA community. He's a supporter, been around for a while, and I appreciate you, man. Final thoughts before you get up out of here, brother.
Okay, my final thoughts are Bama's going to roll tomorrow. Damn the naysayers. And I just want to congratulate you, brother. You've been doing an excellent job. You and the team. Keep doing what you're doing. The sky's the limit. Your ceiling is high. I just want to say that. And roll, tide, roll, baby.
Man,
get it tomorrow.
I appreciate the kind words, man, and I definitely appreciate the support. And glad to have you along with this ride, man. Hopefully, I don't know where y'all at, man, but we make an announcement after the call-in segment about where we're gonna be at tomorrow. Stick around so you could possibly pull up on your boy.
I wish I could. I'm working towards that next year. I will link up with you once I make that transition.
Hey, next year's the time. Next year is the time to be a part of the Coach Smook Network. We have made some connections this season. As a matter of fact, appreciate you for calling in, man. Jump in the chat so you can hear these huge announcements that's happening for the Coach Smook Network. Thank you, man. Roll Tide, my brother.
You got it, man. Roll Tide, roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all give it up for my guy Antoine calling in. Chat. Listen, we're gonna go to our little quick infomercial break. That's our call-in segment for today. We're gonna get into our infomercial break, get into the closeout. I got a few announcements about the schedule for the rest of the day, the schedule for tomorrow, the game, live game, watch party, all that stuff. We got that coming up next. Hey, somebody type it in the chat. Somebody type it right now. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Join the AAA family and become a member. This is how you do it. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
When you see me in the streets, holla at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
At Walk-On's Sports Bistro, the games are on, the food's delicious, and here you are always part of the team. Welcome to Walk-On Sports Bistro, where every day is game day. Whether it's a post-win celebration, drinks after work, or taking the fam for some made-from-scratch favorites, Walk-On's is your go-to for good times, craft beer and cocktails, and bold flavors for fans of all ages. From melty mozzarella logs to Hall of Fame level burgers. Stop by today or order online or in the app. Walk-On's Sports Bistro. Game on.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Let's go, chat, man. Me and my producers, we get so much done, man. Listen, we actually, our team is definitely growing. Our team is definitely growing. Shout out to Jordan, Mary J, and Amanda. Even though Amanda isn't on today, right now, our producers literally been on the road battling sicknesses, all this stuff, and still have been showing up. We've been working together, and you would think that this team has been on this team has been together for years at this point, the way they're operating. And this is the first full week of having all three of these producers on the scene. So shout out to Mary J, shout out to Jordan Wright. Y'all give it up for our on-screen producers here at the Coach Smook Network. Shout out to the AAA family and all my mods on all the platforms, man. I see TikTok tapping in. Mitchell, appreciate all the gifts. My guy Mitchell came through with a crazy amount of gifts. We have a total of 235 gifts. I'm sorry, TikTok. Like I said, we're working with two screens right now. We want to try to encourage you all to jump in the chat on YouTube if you really want your comments seen, if you really want to see your donations acknowledged in real time. I hate coming back late and seeing the chat scrolling fast on TikTok while I'm trying to see what's happening. We got so much other things going on the screen. So y'all continue to support and donate. We'll be able to upgrade and get all this stuff that we need so that we can make sure that we acknowledging everybody. Y'all know I love chat interaction. But huge announcements before we get out of here. Once again, thank y'all for tapping the screen. We've ended the stream, or we're ending the stream with 62 likes on the stream here on the Coach Smook Network on the YouTube side. And then we got a lot of viewers on Twitter. Again, 68 on Twitter. Got viewers tapped in on Facebook and Twitch. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, and TikTok. Appreciate y'all for tapping in 100%. So a couple of announcements. So bring that banner back up. Tomorrow's live game watch party. I know we have a show tonight and all that stuff, but I want to talk about tomorrow. I'll give y'all about some details about it. Tomorrow we will not have a section set up, but me being a host there now, the whole idea of my presence at these events or these watch parties is to interact with the people at the bar, the people that's walking around, the fans, getting interviews. So if you're there tomorrow, you'll be a part of that production, but you'll also be there with me. So there's some perks coming, being there with me. We're going to get a certain, I ain't gonna say discounts and stuff, but we're gonna be taken care of. Put it like that. We're gonna be taken care of. So come in with a mindset to just enjoy yourself and support. Spread the word about the Coach Smook Network. We're going to be trying to continue to grow our subscriber base because we're not using, but Walk-Ons is helping us put our platform on a different level. There's a lot of high school athletes, a lot of collegiate coverage and things of that nature that a fan base wants to be privy to. They want live action audience. They want somewhere to go to be able to interact and ask these questions. So Walk-Ons is helping us set up live interactive call-in show and everything going into the new year. We're going to do a lot of test runs during March Madness between Tuscaloosa, Birmingham, and Montgomery. So y'all can expect a lot of movement this offseason from your boy. May not have a lot of studio live shows, but a lot of mobile lives and conversations this offseason with our coverage. Y'all know we do our recruiting coverage. Shout out to Get One. There's a new app, scouting app that I've just been hired as a scout, an official scout for a organization. And they're going to be competing with the rivals and the 247s of the recruiting landscape. And I've been privileged enough to join this team, and I'm going to be one of the media spokespersons as an active scout. So going to be in a lot of different spots. Going to have an opportunity for players to have their film evaluated by what my expertise, right? And then when we submit it in our portal or our database, it goes directly to colleges. So if you know high school kids or things of that nature, Jordan Banner, if you know high school kids or college kids that are looking to continue at the next level, definitely check us out over there at Get One app. But they'll be partners. Y'all will see my sis, she'll be pulling up on the show a lot, doing more recruiting coverage. Chastity be doing more recruiting coverage for us. Hold on, chat. As we continue to grow. So that's that. Now, the rest of the schedule for today at 2 p.m. today, we have live game simulation. Alabama versus Oklahoma. Oklahoma fans pull up. Alabama fans pull up in the chat. Y'all know my nemesis is showing up, and I like having this dynamic. I wanted to go out and get fans from each fan base. Now, I got Oklahoma fans in the chat. Jason, you got Oklahoma fans in your community. If somebody wants to step up on NCAA 26 and play me and defend Oklahoma's honor, y'all know me. I don't play this game I'm not good at the game. I'm gonna just be honest. I'm not good at the game, but I play with a sense of keeping it realistic. We try to make realistic plays. We're not scrambling all over, throwing back across the body, stupid plays, all this stuff. We playing realistic. So if somebody wants to represent Oklahoma before 2 o'clock, let us know, because right now we have our AAA resident Georgia fan, and he's been our arch nemesis for every live game simulation that hasn't had another team's fan base be able to show up and represent their team. So he's been showing up, and he's been freaking pushing us to the limit, especially that SEC championship game. We did that series, and I know I handled business in that, but it's still the turnout was exactly the opposite. You know, it's like the live game sim tells so much of a narrative to a certain degree when it comes to how we play the game out and how those games play out in real life. So tap in, man. You love the show. Seatbelt Mafia says you love the show. Can't wait to play our Super Bowl. The freak dude thinks we are. Ain't nobody our Super Bowl. We are Oklahoma. What? Oregon fans. Dan Lannon is 2-3, 40% winning percentage as Oregon's head coach against purple and gold teams. He's 44-4, 91.6% against all other teams. What does that mean, bro? Is that against JMU, purple and gold? Love the show. Hey, appreciate you, man. Continue to subscribe. And then shout out to my brother Jason, man, coming through, showing some love. Hey, yeah, 4K, man. I'm in the 4K club now. We in the 4K club, AAA family. As a matter of fact, we're supposed to do something live on stream. Let me see. Do I even have that soundtrack on here anymore? Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is what we came to do today, y'all. Let's go to the red room. I'm about to go to the red room, Mary J. We ain't been to the red room in a minute. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm about to go to the red room. Y'all think it's a game, huh? Here we go. Yeah, baby. 4K in the thing, yeah. 4K in the thing, yeah. 4K in the thing, yeah. 4K in the thing. 4K in the thing. 4K with the gang. 4K AAA. 4K all day. I help your boy push to a 5K. We can make it there any day. Let me stop. Don't get me to rapping. Y'all already seen my new intro. That boy took 3 hours to write that song. Well, I ain't really take me 3 hours to write it. It took me 3 hours to record it. But yeah, appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. 4K on the way. 4K out the way. 5K on the way. I'm honestly, y'all, I'm believing God, and y'all can say what y'all want. God ain't got nothing to do with it. Yes, he does. He got everything to do with it. I'm believing God for us to be able to hit 5K before the end of the year, before January 1st, 2026. If you all continue to like, share, and subscribe like y'all have been doing today, like I said, we started the stream today. We was at 4,006 subscribers. And as we speak right now, we just went from 4,012 to 4,013. So 7 new subscribers on stream. Y'all continuing to spread the word. I appreciate y'all for that, man. Appreciate y'all for that. 4,013. We've had over 200 subscribers in the past 7 days. So I appreciate y'all, man. I don't know what I did to or what we did to get you all to fall in love with coming over here, but we grateful and we're going to continue to grow. So, yeah, God has everything to do with it. Jason, I hate that I can't come down to Norman, man. I really want to be down there, man. Road to 5K. Help us get there. Let's push. We got 13 days to get there. But with that being said, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and let's transition back. I don't like the red room as much no more. We're gonna make some adjustments. Somebody, one of my mods, remind me to make a new red room. We got to add some stuff to the red room. That picture is creeping me out. Is that picture creeping anybody else out? See, it's basically our Friday, so y'all know this how we act on the Friday shows. If you missed the football talk rewind, it was 2 hours worth of it. An hour and 57 minutes worth of it. But this picture really be creeping me out. And then why this wall look so clean? Why this wall ain't got no dirt on it? Somebody answer the question, chat. I mean, no dirt. I don't live here. I just show up here to do shows every now and then. We ain't been to the red room in months and ain't no dirt. Let me see. Any dust on the light? Ain't no dust on the light. Dr. Carlos Baggins, appreciate the love, man. Appreciate y'all. This is our just wind down time. We just chilling now. Mama cleaned it up. Oh, Mama came and cleaned up our room. Mama came up and cleaned up our room, Jason. Oh, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all, let's get out of the red room real quick. Let me get out of here. Hold on 1 second, chat. From the red room to the red studio. Let's go, man. Appreciate y'all for showing love, man. Much love to everybody. Once again, let's get on up out of here, man. 4,014 subscribers. Just got a new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe on your way out if you're not. What that say? Crimson Tide, Underdog, Natty, Loading. Ooh, tied to the Natty. I like that energy. Let me give him a horn for that one. Shout out to my guy, man. To the Natty coming in, dropping a bomb. Let's get it, baby. So, with that being said, thank everybody for supporting the Coach Smook Network today on this content, man. Hey, yeah, we hadn't heard from Zach. I think Zach was doing some Christmas stuff this morning, some early Christmas stuff this morning. So family stuff. So it was crazy not to hear him, right? For all my longtime subscribers, Zach is okay. As a matter of fact, we're actually, I guarantee you, somebody in the moderator group already tried to figure out 4,015 subscribers, y'all. Y'all going to help us get to 5K before the end of the day, huh? I appreciate it as we talk. But thank y'all for supporting. Shout out to Walk-Ons, again, our official sponsors. Shout out to Got One, the new scouting agency. Thank you for bringing me the opportunity, giving me the opportunity to be a scout. Shout out to my guy Vander and my girl Chastity for allowing me to be a part of the team. And for all my analysts that I work with on the Coach Smook Network, get ready. We got work to do. Y'all said y'all want to do scouting. Y'all want to do film breakdown. You got work to do. To every member of the AAA family, y'all the special ones. Y'all are really the special ones. The ones with those wristbands. If you don't have a wristband, you're missing out. Y'all better tell them, stop keeping it. You know what? I might take away memberships because we got some selfish members in our community, chat. We got some selfish members in our community. Y'all get all this good information and y'all just hold it to yourselves. Y'all don't go out on Twitter and talk about, like everybody else with their message boards and stuff. They people go and talk about their stuff. Y'all get real information that be factual and y'all don't go talk about it. And then y'all be letting these trolls, they be jumping on me. Don't nobody be having my back. Be letting me, Zach, and MJ get jumped on Twitter. Y'all gotta have our back on Twitter. Y'all can't be letting folks jump me, Zach, and MJ on Twitter. I'm just playing, y'all. Y'all know we don't care nothing about that. All that junk it don't matter. Y'all continue to support. Y'all continue to do what y'all do. Enjoy your AAA content. Enjoy your wristband access. And as always, man, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Don't forget God. Don't forget to give God some glory today. Thank him for everything that he's done in your life. If you don't have a belief system, try to find one, man. It doesn't have to be Christianity or whatever. Just try to find something positive to believe in. We are people. We go through our day-to-day lives. It's not getting better here on this earth. Let's do our part in this space every time we get a chance to create a safe space so that we can feel safe and the stresses of the world disappear for the 2 hours that we're on. All right, that's what we want to do here at the Coach Smook Network and the AAA family. We thank y'all. And again, I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to leave y'all with this one. For all those Sooners, good luck tomorrow. But right now, it's you. You know what I'm saying? It's you. You know what I'm saying? But to all my Bama Nation, I'm going to leave y'all with this. Hoorah! Tide, roll, woo! I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be blessed, chat.
Better go subscribe. You do roll with the tide. I'm down in the gun with Coach Smook. Through the game, roll tide, roll tide. Better go subscribe. Selling their retails, I'm exposing what they want. Alabama football, yeah, I live it, yeah, I breathe it. From the streets to the bleachers, every angle, yeah, I see it, film, study, so militant. I ain't guessing a thing. Break it down, every snap is like a coach of the team. Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you're a fair weather fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay live.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro? Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.